What a great day to be out and about here in Seattle, certainly down at Pike Place Market, one of the top tourist attractions here in the Pacific Northwest. Stop down by the fish market and look, see what the fishermen have brought in over the last day or so. And what a night we have for baseball here at Safeco Field. The middle game of the three-game series between the Mariners and the Angels, and the Mariners hungering for some offense, hungering for some runs. And to you all, we welcome you one more time. A very pleasant good evening, everybody. With Mike Blowers, I'm Dave Niehaus. And as you look at the American League West, it's still tight. But they're not going to wait on you forever, Mike. You got to start winning some ball games.
Well, the bottom line is you have to win a game at this point. The Mariners have struggled. You take a look at the standings so far. The Mariners 4.5 out behind the Rangers. Rangers playing better baseball as of late. But listen, the Angels came into the game yesterday. They'd lost 7 in a row, so hopefully the Mariners can get things turned around tonight and get a win.
I think maybe the biggest surprise for the Mariners this year is pitching tonight. His name is Doug Fister. Such a surprise that he leads the league in ERA. His ERA here at home is 0.39. He has been unbelievable.
He really has, and Doug is not a big strikeout guy. He's going to make hitters put the ball in play. This is a great ballpark for him to pitch in, and that's exactly what he's done all year long. Throw strikes, work ahead, try not to put guys on base and let your defense play behind you. This quality fastball right there, probably 89, 90 miles an hour, not overpowering, but he has been really special so far.
As far as the Angels are concerned, they're going with left-hander Joe Saunders, who wasn't very good his last outing at Fenway Park in Boston against the Red Sox, but it seems like he has always been good against the Mariners. He's beaten them 6 consecutive times.
Well, he has, and if you look at him here in this ballpark, he's pitched well, too. His ERA here at Safeco, 2.5. He's been struggling, though. ERA over 7. He has not had the fastball command. He's not an overpowering pitcher at all. Left-hander likes to sink the ball, throw a changeup, but he's been struggling working ahead of hitters.
The Angels snapping a 7-game losing streak last night. The Mariners trying to snap a 7-game losing streak here tonight on Little League night. It's great to have the kids. Their parade around the warning track here just a few moments ago on a great night for a ball game. The Mariners and the Angels, nice to have you aboard. Back with more right after this timeout. And today from Seiko Field in Seattle, Seattle Mariners baseball on FSN is brought to you by Sterling Savings Bank. By Quest high-speed internet. Get blazing speeds that won't burn up your wallet. And by your Western Washington Toyota dealers. For over 30 Toyota offers, visit buyatoyota.com. Great evening here in Seattle. As you look out over Elliott Bay here, and still some of the folks headed down toward the public market. The M's and the California Angels, or the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, as they are known now, getting set for Game 2. And we're getting set for a visit from Tom Glasgow at the Northwest Ford Sports Desk. Tom? Getting set to get it on here in Seattle now. Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Mariners and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim on a lovely evening. And let's have a look at the Angels lineup. Michael?
For Mike Scioscia and the Angels tonight, leading things off, it'll be Ibar, then Abreu, Hunter. Morales having a nice start to his season, hitting almost 300. Matsui, Rivera with a big home run last night. Kendrick, Napoli, and Franzen will hit 9th. Doug Fister and what he's done so far this year, ERA 1.29, leads the league in that category. 35 innings pitched. Opponent's average just 187.
Well, the Angels for the last 2 games in a row have scored 4 runs in the first inning. And Fister misses high with his fastball to start the game. Ed Rapuano is the man calling balls and strikes. So the Angels have been jumping out in front in a hurry. It worked last night. It didn't work the night before against the Red Sox, however. And that's a strike on the inside corner. 63 degrees at game time. We're beginning to move up in the thermometer. 63 tonight, 60 last night, 56 on Thursday night. So maybe we're finally getting to reach into spring or summer. That's laced down the left field line into the corner. And Langerhans couldn't get to it.
Looked like maybe he had a chance, but I saw Fan's glove. He deflected the ball. Take another look at Langerhans going up. I think he has a chance, and it goes, goes right off the glove.
Yeah,
nice
that's fair game. That was back into the crowd, but consider where you are too, and who's out there.
Well, yeah, absolutely, no question. You don't want to take outs away from your starting pitcher.
Ibar, strike 3 call. Right at the knees. So 1 down.
Take a look at the last pitch from Pfister. Another fastball down in the zone.
He's been unbelievable.
That's been a really good pitch for him against the left-hander. Started in off the plate and have it run back on the inside corner.
And Bobby Abreu is the hitter now. That's about his best stuff, about his best heat right there, 89. He might tickle 90 every now and then. And a change that time for the outside corner. Another one. 87, 88, 89 miles an hour. Another fastball. So we haven't seen a breaking ball yet.
No. See everything. His fastball's 87, 89 miles an hour. Everything has been a pretty good fastball. Nice two-seam fastball from him. Trying to go back inside and run it on the corner. Missed.
It's 91. And Story Hunter on deck. And Figgy has taken care of Mr. Abreu, and with 2 down, Torrey Hunter will be the hitter. Everybody concerned about the outing yesterday of Felix Hernandez when he struggled, ended up walking 2 guys in the first inning, giving up 4 runs. And they're saying nothing was physically wrong with him. Like there was the time before, and had to have his back adjusted. But they're saying no, there was nothing physically wrong with him, just mechanical.
Well, everybody can go out and have a tough outing. He had one in that first inning. Not much doubt about that. Really struggled with his command. It happens.
And a ground ball to third. Easy first inning for Doug Pfister. 1, 2, 3. And we go to the bottom half of the first. It's time for the Mariners to put some pressure on. Get some runs in the first. There is no score.
For Don Wakamatsu, Ichiro, of course, will lead things off. Then it's Figgins and Kochman. Gutierrez, Lopez, Mike Sweeney will be the DH tonight. He is going to hit 6th. Langerhand's getting the start in left field. He will hit 7th. And then it's Josh Wilson and Rob Johnson finishing up the order. Take a look at Saunders. High ERA for him. 30 innings pitched, just 13 strikeouts, 14 walks. That's a lot of walks for Saunders.
Struggled in his last outing, as we mentioned, at Fenway Park in Boston, as Ichiro takes one off the plate. Ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Went only 4 innings, gave up 7 runs, 3 hits, and walked 4 through 107 pitches. Ichiro, ground ball to shortstop, off balance, throw to first, just in time. Bang bang play as Ibar got just enough on the throw.
You can see how close this is going to be at first base. Nice play by Ibar. Oh,
safe.
I think he was safe. You're right.
Yep.
Let's take a look at the defense for the Angels tonight. In the outfield will be Rivera, Gold Glover, Torrey Hunter in center, and Abreu out and right. Branson, Ibar, Kendrick, and Morales in the infield. Mike Napoli will do the catching.
So here's Sean Figgins now. And Figgy taking high. Talking about scoring in the first inning, and the Mariners haven't scored in the first inning in the last 14 games. So they haven't been putting any pressure whatsoever early on the opposition.
No, you're right. Certainly would have helped to have Ichiro standing over at first base right now.
Things are going bad. You don't get that call.
That's exactly what I was going to say, and it's so true.
You know. Step toward first, call back.
And you see Sean Figgins has done some damage against the right-handers, hitting .343, hitting right-handed.
It's usually just the opposite, those numbers. So base on balls. Casey Kochman will be the hitter. Joe Saunders' next win will be his 50th of his career. Get out of Virginia Tech. And strike on the inside corner. Figure a couple of steps toward second and stopped.
Yeah, and the way he whipped his head back around, I think he was disappointed he didn't keep going because he had a really nice jump.
As you can see, Kendry Morales at first base. Not really holding him on because he's not up against the bag. He's in front of the bag, but he can get back there in a hurry.
You see that a lot nowadays. First baseman playing off the base, trying to increase their range back over towards the hole on the right side.
Off his foot. 1-2. That infield looking for a ground ball. Break breaking ball well outside. Ball and 2 strikes to count. Mariners have hit only 10 home runs, and this is game number 30. It's a long time ago that the Mariners hit 264 home runs for the Major League record. 1997. 264 of them.
That was in 97?
Yes. And they got him picked off. Throw down to second base, and they got him right on the money. Kendry Morales down to Eric Ibar.
Yeah, it came down to a guessing game. Figgins was going on the first move, so once he see him pick his leg up, Figgins takes off right away. Morales does a nice job of coming back towards the inside of the infield. Strong throw down to second base.
Balls and 2 strikes. Kotzman is basically a low ball hitter. I mean, you get him to go up the ladder a little bit.
And typically when things are going well for him, he'll lay off of that pitch. We saw him swing at a high fastball last night. That last one was up in the zone.
And that in on his hands that time. So down on strikes, Casey Kotzman. Another first inning with nothing to show for it for the Mariners. We go to the second inning. There's no score. Switch hitting first baseman Kendry Morales backed off the plate a little bit with a fastball that's up and in. Ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes to count. Beginning inning number 2 here at Safeco Field tonight on Little League night. And a change that time, a little high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Morales had the big blow in the first inning last night that cleared the bases, drove in 3, and that's outside ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes.
Matsui waits on deck. He's been struggling lately.
They're in 1. Popped him up. And an easy play out there. Gutierrez, the first out here.
Some rally price signs. We get a bunch more here. Get these guys going, scoring some runs.
Mike mentioned Matsui's been struggling. He has indeed. He's for his last 15, 4 for his last 44. Get a ball down the middle of the plate from Pfister. That came back, and that ball is popped up again to center field. 2 down. Tomorrow now, hope you're going to come out and celebrate Mother's Day right here at Safeco Field. The first 10,000 women receiving a Mother's Day magnetic photo frame. Perfect for your favorite picture from the ballpark. And for tickets, you can go to Mariners.com. That's the Mariners and the Angels tomorrow afternoon. First pitch is at 1:10. Here's Juan Rivera. Man, he got a hold of a ball, a breaking ball last night. Hit it halfway to the moon, and he takes a strike on the inside corner. That was one of 3 home runs hit in the 4th inning against Felix.
And just before the game, we were talking about that home run. You gave me a number with Rivera that I wouldn't have even guessed the amount of home runs he's hit against the Mariners.
That was his 15th home run against Seattle.
And that's a lot. That's a lot of home runs. I would have never guessed that. We've been watching him since he's come to the big leagues. And I know he's had some success, but he's had a lot against the Mariners, that's for sure.
0-2 on him. What a night. Close to 30,000, I would think, here tonight. Beautiful night to be out at the ballpark. Pfister's fastball, strike 3 called right on the outside corner. So Pfister, who had 6 no-hit innings in his last outing, has 2 more here tonight to start the game. No score. Well, we go to the bottom half of the second inning, and Franklin Gutierrez will be the hitter to lead it off. And so Saunders, a strike right there at the knees. Stalking the outside corner. Heard Tom's promo for Mike Hammer coming to. You seen him?
Hammer time?
Hammer time?
Yeah.
Not Mike Hammer, but MC Hammer.
MC Hammer, yeah.
Do you know he was the bat boy for Dick Williams when Williams was a manager of the Oakland Athletics?
I did not know that.
He was. He's also Charlie Finley's assistant. Little kid running around the Oakland Coliseum.
Really?
That's right.
Was he wearing the Hammer pants then?
1-2 the count on Franklin Gutierrez, and a ground ball sharply hit foul down the third baseline. Stanley Burrell was his name back in those days, but he was the bat boy in Oakland.
Wow. Did Dick Williams ever tell you he was going to be a superstar one day? No.
2-2. Got him. Good sinker. Jamie Moyer, a 2-hit shutout yesterday. 9 innings. Here's that guy called, quote, Chipper Jones. 87 years old, and he's still pitching for a reason. He might be pitching when he's 87 years of age. Boy, what a performance, huh?
What is Jamie now? 47?
47.
47?
Yeah. 47. Jose Lopez takes a strike on 1. The thing about Moyer is he's doing the same stuff he threw 20 years ago.
That just goes, its fastball's 82, 83 miles an hour.
Right, that's looped down the right field line toward the corner. That's going to get down for a base hit. So Lopez is going to make it to second. He'll pull up there with a 1-out double.
Well, Lopez going with the pitch. Hits it down into the corner. Take another look at it. Trying to go inside. Leaves it out over the plate. Just slices it in the corner. Thought maybe he had a shot for 3 if they had any trouble getting it out, but they didn't, so he stays at second base.
Well, this scoreless string has reached 19. I think that's far enough, don't you?
I'd like to see Mike Sweeney have a nice night. Torrey Hunter shading him towards right center field. Big gap out in left center.
Too high. Mike, comebacker. So 2 down. Hit sharply, but wrong direction. Right back to the mound. Langerhans will get a chance now. Outfield playing Langerhans straight away. In the 7-game losing streak, the Mariners have scored a total of 9 runs. and that breaking ball was outside. 2-0. So you can see how frustrating it gets. It's at what, 1.29 runs a game?
Yep.
There's Josh Wilson. He'll be looking for his first hit of the year when he comes up. Of course, he just got called up a couple days ago. Jack Wilson, they're probably not going to be bringing him back until at least Tuesday in Baltimore. Strike at the knees.
Makes sense. Waited this long, you may as well keep him out tomorrow and get the day off on Monday. Travel day for the Mariners.
And he lost him down low inside. And the Mariners will see Eric Bedard throw a 30-pitch simulated game on Tuesday in Baltimore. So he's on a faster track than I think anybody thought. Probably won't be back till around the 1st of June or so.
Curtis tells me that the temperature is going to be in the mid-60s, possible rain, so the temperature will be fine for him to go and get his workout in.
Strike to Josh Wilson. And that ball hit to center field and deep, going back on the ball. Torrey Hunter, and he'll run it down as he gets out there, a step from the warning track in deep center field. Thought for a moment it might get over his head. But alas, alack, another 0 up on the board here in the second. And after 2, no score. Two career wins now. How many Hall of Fame eligible players have more wins in the modern era but have not been elected to the Hall of Fame? A, 3, B, 6, C, 9, D, 12. You can text A, B, C, or D to 95323. That's Hall of Fame eligible players now. I mean, guys like Randy Johnson wouldn't be eligible. Roger Clemens wouldn't be eligible. Maddox wouldn't be eligible. Out of the game for 5 years. How many Hall of Fame eligible guys have won more than 262?
You know?
Well, I can think of a couple, maybe three. Fastball, one we're always talking about.
Blyleven.
Bert Blyleven.
Right.
Another guy we're always talking about, Jim Cott, when he was with the Twins. And a ground ball hit to third. And an easy out. Howie Kendry rolls out to Lopez. Mike Napoli will be the hitter, the catcher. More than 262. And breaking ball for a second. How many Tommy John won?
I don't know. Has to be in that ballpark, though, doesn't he? Somewhere there.
I don't know if he won that many. Foul straight back, and Napoli has 2 strikes on him. 288 for John, so he would be in that group, I'm told. 288. Anybody else? And a pitch that's barely outside. Fister's fastball down the middle and popped up. Keeps his outfielders busy. That's the third put out there for Gutierrez. The San Diego Padres are going to be visiting the Mariners on Saturday, May the 22nd. And the first 20,000 fans are going to take home a Ken Griffey Jr. Retro T-shirt. That's a throwback to the old blue and yellow unis. Purchase your tickets to Griffey Retro T-shirt night at Mariners.com. Kevin Franston just called up today from Salt Lake City. As Masiris Juris has been placed on the DL with his shoulder problem, and so Franston called up. Ground ball behind the bag at second, and bobbled by Figgins. That'll go as a base hit, I'm sure. Yeah, an infield hit for Kevin Franston.
So it's right over Fister. I think he gets a glove on it, but then Figgins has to deal with the base. I think he was worried the ball was going to hit the base and ends up hitting him on the heel of the glove.
So there's the first Angel hit. And here's Ibar. Strike one. Down the right field line. It'll hit the stands. Down to third base goes Franston. They're going to hold him there on a double.
You look at the pitch. Runs out in the middle of the plate. You cannot play this ball off the wall down in right field and make a better throw than the way Ichiro just did it. Ball goes down there, plays it perfectly off the wall, and then throws a one-hop strike all the way to home.
Perfect throw.
Yeah, the angle that he took, too. A lot of people start running towards the corner, and then it hits that wall, and they have to come back for it. He went right there. He knew exactly what the ball was going to do when it hit the fence down there.
And here's Abreu now. Bobby. Ground ball to Figgy in the first inning. Strike one to him. checked his swing and trying to get out of the way of it. Caught the bat. 1-2.
Abreu, like most left-handed hitters, likes the ball down. Most of the fastballs that Pfister has thrown him been above the belt. You can see the career of Bobby Abreu, a nice career, 260 home runs, 1,200 RBIs.
And a fly ball to center field and fairly deep. Going back is Gutierrez on the warning track. And he makes the catch to retire the side. Great tracking ability out there. I swear he could catch the ball in pitch blackness. He tracks the ball so well. 2 left. We go to the bottom of the third. No score. The third, let's give you the answer to our trivia question, and it was a rather lengthy question. How many Hall of Fame eligible players have more wins in the modern era, but not in the Hall of Fame than Jamie Moyer? And you said 6. And the answer is 3. And we guessed the 3. We say eligible players. As leading it off, Rob Johnson takes high. Jim Cott with 283. Bert Blyleven 287, Tommy John 288. The other guys down there haven't had the 5-year waiting period yet. 2 balls and no strikes, and my guess is all of them. Maybe with the exception of Mussina.
I would agree with you. I don't think Mussina makes it.
Will be in the Hall of Fame. And the thing of it is, Mussina quit after winning 20 games.
Yeah.
Just said I'd have it. 2-1 to count on Rob Johnson. Three and 1. That's a fair ball. Line drive right at the third baseman. Good play by Kevin Franston. Hit hard.
Well, it's tough to hit it much harder than this in France. You see him getting ready. Nice diving catch. Right at the end of his glove. Nice play.
Eric Ibar made a fine play on Ichiro to throw him out in the first inning. can still see Joe Saunders a few years back when they had the shooting tragedy at Virginia Tech, going out there and pitching in his Virginia Tech hat. Two. Gotta hurry. And he throws it away. So Ichiro will have an infield hit. Howie Kendry made a heck of a try on it.
Well, Kendrick knows he has to hustle. He comes in running hard. Morales goes to cover the base. Take a look at the throw. He was just too close to Morales, and Morales couldn't make a quick move to try to make the catch.
Not sure he wouldn't have beaten it out anyway if he caught the ball. He was right there. So here's Figgy now. See if they let Ichiro run here.
Well, I'm sure he has the green light. It's a matter of whether he wants to run. Saw Figgins thrown out back in the first inning. He was picked off. And Saunders looks like he changes things up. He'll slide step to home. Lift up that front foot and hang there for a second. See if he can read what the runner's going to do. I think it's just a guessing game. Take off on first move, which is what Figgins tried to do, but he just guessed wrong.
And a double play ball. Well, I tell you, it's getting tough, isn't it? It's up to 21 innings now in which consecutively the Mariners have not scored. So we go to the fourth. There is no score.
Field. We go to the top half of the fourth inning. Mariners and the Angels, no score. Hi again, everybody. Rick Riz along with Mike Blowers, and Blow. Right now the pitcher's getting it done.
Well, they are, and you look at it, Saunders struggling coming in. Pfister is doing exactly what he's done since the start of the year. He's pitched really well, and he's doing it again today, using the big part of the ballpark, letting Gutierrez run it down for him, and then enough ground balls to keep the guys honest. But Saunders in a little bit of trouble, and the Mariners just have not been able to get the big hit.
Torrey Hunter leading off the top half of the fourth inning and takes a strike from Pfister. The count is 0-1. Doug retired the first 8 batters that he faced, and then Kevin Franson had the infield base hit, the high chopper over the mound in front of the bag at second, and then Ibar hit the double down the right field line. And Blow, I think the Mariners got a little bit of a break because that ball hit that section of seats, that angle out, and kicked it back out toward Ichiro.
I would agree with that, and the reason why nice pitch. The reason why it's a break is because Ichiro knows that, and he played it perfectly. Most of the right fielders we see that come into town, they'll run towards the corner. Ichiro didn't do that. He knew it was going to come back out to him, and then made a strong throw to home.
Hunter with a swing and a foul off his foot. The ball rolls up the first base side out by the Mariners dugout, and Torrey Hunter is hobbling right now and in front of the plate as the trainer for the Angels comes out along with manager Mike Scioscia to check up on the talented center fielder Torrey Hunter.
He hit it off his back knee.
Ouch.
Take another look at it. Two-seam fastball in on him.
Oh.
Big swing up right off the kneecap.
That's hard to do. Usually you get it off that front foot, but
well,
man, it
you're
goes
right.
straight down.
But it gives you a good idea how much movement Fister has on his fastball. A lot of people want to talk about him only throwing 88 miles an hour, that he doesn't strike a lot of guys out. They have this swing and miss stat that people talk about. He's towards the bottom on that. But in the end, it's the amount of movement that he gets on it. People have a tough time squaring him up.
Two-seamer moves all over the place. One hopper back to the mound, knocking it down is Fister. Doug has plenty of time to recover, and he gets Torrey over at first base. So one out for the Angels here in the top half of the fourth inning. Nice crowd this afternoon here at Safeco Field. It is a Little League night. We have plenty of sunshine left over here for game 2 of this 3-game series. Once again, great to have the kids here at the ballpark, Blow.
Yeah, it is, and tomorrow's supposed to be another nice day, so come on out to the ballpark.
Final game of the series with the Angels and the final game of the homestand. Then it's on to Baltimore, Tampa Bay, and Oakland. Kendry Morales. He takes a look at ball 1. Morales, switch hitter. Well hit ball deep to right field, and this one is gone. Goodbye baseball. Kendry Morales with his 7th home run of the season. And the Angels have just taken a 1-0 lead. They had 3 home runs last night. And now a home run tonight. 1-0 Angels.
Well, Morales had 34 home runs for the Angels last year. As Rick just said, this is his 7th. It's a pitch he tried to come in, ended up running back out over the plate. Needed a line drive right out of the ballpark. Not much doubt about that one.
And that'll bring up designated hitter Hideki Matsui. Matsui is 0 for 1. He's flied out to Gutierrez in center field. Fouled on a play, and the third base side terrace level 0-1 on Hideki. Last year's World Series MVP with the Yankees when he hit .615 in the series with 3 home runs. Inside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, Tampa Bay, the Rays, they finally lost, Rick.
They have been red hot. Best record in baseball. Oakland beats them this afternoon 4-2. Down in Oakland, ball 2. The count 2-1 on Matsui. So Tampa Bay cooled off a little bit. They had won 5 in a row. Inside ball 3, 3-1. It seemed like in that 3-game series, Mike,
they did everything right.
Yeah, especially hit with runners in scoring position.
Pitched well. They had it all working.
Soft fly ball down the left field line. This is going to be trouble, and it is. Drops in safely for a base hit. Up at the ball is Langerhans. A throw to second base will keep Matsui to a 1-out single. 1 on, 1 away, 1 in on the home run by Morales. 1-0 Angels.
Well, he shatters his bat and throws a little parachute down the left field line. Langerhans hustling over to keep Matsui to a single.
Mariners need a few of those, Mike.
Yeah, I agree. We've been talking about that for a few days, and you know they've hit enough balls hard. You get some guys in scoring position, but that's when you'd like to see a little parachute. You know, everybody scores that whole thing. Just need to catch a break.
Juan Rivera takes a strike. 0-1. Seems like those 2 out base hits are just real so tough on a pitcher because number 1, obviously, it has a chance to score run. Number 2, it extends the inning, and the pitcher has to throw more pitches.
And they're tough to get. Those hits, those clutch hits, are tough ones to get. And when things are going well, it seems pretty easy. You just expect to pick up those runs. But when you've struggled, it gets more difficult every day, and eventually it's going to happen, and you have to get those. But hopefully you can start building off of something, and maybe the guys come through with a couple of them tonight.
Pfister a toss over to first base to get Matsui back to the bag. Doug struck out. Juan Rivera back in the second.
I can tell you, Rick, I don't care when anybody says you start to feel that pressure, and with every day there's more of it. I've been on enough teams and enough locker rooms, you just start pressing and it gets tough, and you need that. Sometimes it's just a bad swing and a flare down the line to get you going, and sometimes that's what you have to wait on, and it's frustrating. And you get through it. It really, the guys know. Sometimes 2-3 runs, you're down 2 or 3 runs, it seems like 10, because that's the way things are going. And other times, as the season moves on, they'll go through stretches where maybe they give up 4 or 5 runs in the first few innings, and you're able to come back from them because things are going well.
You'll take that 42 hopper through the infield.
You'll take that anytime. Oh, you'll take those anytime.
Any way you can get it. Mariners are looking for it. 2-2, the count on Rivera. Rivera 1 for 3 last night with a home run and 3 runs batted in. Ground ball up the middle. Diving stop. Wilson to Figgins on the Kotchman double play. Holy smoke. Beauty started by Josh Wilson, sliding to his left, just shovels the ball to Sean at second to get Matsui, and they double up Rivera at first. That led the inning 1-0 Angels. One nothing Angels as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Time now for the Home Depot doing more on defense. And how about this double play started by Josh Wilson, Blow?
Well, a really nice play. Dives and then flips it quickly to Figgins. Gives Figgins all kinds of time to turn the double play. Nice play by Josh Wilson.
6-4-3, and that's it for the Angels in the top half of the 4th inning. Casey Kotchman to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Breaking ball from Joe Saunders is low outside. Ball 1. Josh Wilson. He did a nice job with the ball club last year, Mike.
He did. He swung the bat well for him, too. Hit 3 home runs and drove in some big runs for him. Had some nice games.
Ball 2, 2-0 on Casey. Jack Wilson is out with that sore hamstring. Josh called up from AAA Tacoma a few days ago, along with Michael Saunders and Ryan Langerhans. Ball 3, 3-0. On deck for the Mariners, center fielder Franklin Gutierrez. Casey Kotchman, 1 for his last 28, ready to get out of this slump. And he's taking 3-0 for a strike, 3-1. Joe Saunders 1-5 to start the year with a 7.04 ERA in 6 starts. He's really had a tough time over his last 3 outings. Popped up, and that's going to be out of play in the third base side, and the count is full on Kotchman at 3-2. Last 3 starts at 11.57 ERA, but man, he's been tough against Seattle.
Well, he has. He's pitched well in this ballpark. His ERA here at safe goes to 2.5, but his struggles have come from his inability to command his fastball, and we've seen indications of that tonight. The Mariners haven't been able to take advantage of it yet, but hopefully they will at some point. Right there, another example of 3-1 fastball to Kochman, and he ends up fouling it off.
Payoff pitch. That's popped up. Shallow left field down the line. Going out Franson. Ibar coming in. Rivera. It's going to be Ibar, the shortstop, who makes the catch on the warning track. Eric Ibar, a long way to go in a short time to get there. Makes a fine catch for the Angels. One away.
The old basket catch that you used to pull off, Ricky, when you were playing second base. Had to run a long ways, but nice play to stay with this the whole way. You can see him call the third baseman off. Nice play.
So one down, and that'll bring up center fielder Franklin Gutierrez. We just saw his brother Willie Ibar.
Good
with
player.
The Tampa Bay Rays, yeah. Mariners' last home run was off this guy's bat a few days ago, an opposite field home run to right. His third home run of the season. The Mariners with only 10 home runs on the year. And right now, I just want to see this ball club stack up a few hits and score some runs. 1-1. Up and away, ball two, 2 balls and a strike. Joe Saunders, over the last couple of years, number 2 in the American League in wins with 33. He's gone 33 and 14 the last 2 seasons. The only pitcher with more wins was Roy Halladay with Toronto, who had 37. Ground ball, wide of third. Franson won't catch that one, and Franklin Gutierrez has a base hit into left field, and the Mariners have the tying run aboard with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. The Mariners will have 1 more game here at home tomorrow against the Angels. Travel day on Monday as we head to the East Coast. 3 in Baltimore, 3 down in Tampa Bay, and then come back to the West Coast to take on the Oakland Athletics for a couple before the Mariners get back home on Wednesday, May the 19th against the Toronto Blue Jays. Here's third baseman Jose Lopez, who doubled on the right field line in the second. Ball 1. First baseman Kendry Morales playing in front of the runner, Gutierrez. Ball 2, no strikes. Saunders in his last outing was roughed up by the Boston Red Sox. Angels losing 17-8 in Joe's last start. Last only 4 innings, he gave up 7 runs all earned on 9 hits. Well hit down the left field line, and this one is hooking foul. And just enough distance. Long strike 1, 2-1. Ground ball out to the second baseman. Kendrick over to Ibar, on to Morales for the double play, and that'll retire the side. 4-6-3. And after 4 innings of play here at Safeco Field, Angels lead 1-0. All right, thank you, Tom. And anytime you put your name alongside Lou Gehrig, you're doing something right.
I'm actually surprised by that.
3 home runs
against the Red Sox. It's only happened twice.
Howie Kendrick, count nothing in 2.
That kind of surprises me. I mean, I know the feat of hitting 3 home runs in a game is special. You don't see it very often, but I would have thought over the years.
Think somebody would have done that?
Yeah, other than Lou Gehrig, sure. Why not?
1-0 Angels. We're the top half of the 5th inning. Howie Kendrick will lead it off with a ground ball toward the hole in short. Backhanded by Josh Wilson. Plants and throws, and he got him. Nice play again by Josh Wilson. He started a nifty double play, sliding to his left in the 4th inning. And a ball hit by Rivera. Nice play, and this ball hit by Kendrick.
Kendrick hits it right on the barrel. Looks like it's going to be a base hit in the hole, but a nice play by Wilson. Shows a strong arm across the diamond.
Mike, what's the key there? You played some shortstop to get on your back foot right away?
Well, you have to be able to plan it right away, and you have to have a strong enough arm to where you don't have to get your momentum going back to first, because that is basically what he's doing. He plants and just throws it as opposed to having to make a little stutter step or a crow hop towards first. And the other key, too, is you see a lot of shortstops, they'll go for that, knowing that they're trying to set up to make the throw, and they don't quite get down there far enough to make the backhanded play because they're already trying to get their momentum going back towards first. Nice play by Josh.
0-1 the count on catcher Mike Napoli. The 1 run in this game, the home run by Kendry Morales to right field off of Doug Fister, who has been absolutely sensational this year. Mike, 2-1 record, the best ERA in the American League coming into today's game at 1.29 in 5 starts.
And there you go, 7 ground outs, 4 fly balls, all of them to center field. So when they're hitting it in the air, he's using the big part of the park and having one of the best guys in the business chase it down for him.
Absolutely. Franklin Gutierrez. Doug has been great his last 2 outings, but nothing to show for it. 2 no decisions. Fly ball, left field. Easy play for Ryan Langerhans, and he puts it away. 2 outs in the inning. Brings up Kevin Franson. Say Major League Baseball People magazine and the Mariners are looking for individuals who make a difference in our community. 30 everyday All-Stars will be honored at the 2010 All-Star Game coming up in Anaheim. To nominate, go to peopleallstars.com. We've got a lot of worthy people in this community. Franson with the infield base hit. That was the first hit of the game for the Angels, as Fister retired the first 8 batters that he faced tonight. 1-0 Angels. 0-1 on Franson, former Giant. One and 1. Doug Fister, 7th round pick in the June 06 draft by the Mariners out of Fresno State. There's a look at the numbers for Doug. Down and away for ball 2, 2-1. Line drive into right field, a base hit for Franson. He is 2 for 2. So with 2 outs, Angels have a man on at first base.
Nice debut for Franson. 2 for 2 this one. He hits back the other way. Little inside out swing. Doesn't hit it real hard. But a line drive for a base hit.
Pitch was elevated, went the other way.
Yeah, looked like it jammed him a little bit. Nice diving catch earlier in the game.
This is Eric Ibar, the leadoff batter for the Angels, and he takes a look at ball 1. Ibar is 1 for 2, doubled on that right field line. Ichiro made that strong throw to the plate that kept Franson from scoring in the 3rd. Line drive, base hit into right field. Ichiro gets to it in a hurry. The throw in toward 3rd is going to be cut off by Josh Wilson. Throw back to first to Kochman, but Ibar gets back to the bag and on the play. Franson goes from 1st to 3rd. That's what the Angels do as well as anybody, especially in a base hit to right field anyway. So 2 on and 2 outs.
Line drive into right. Ichiro tries to get over quickly, but as you mentioned, because he had to go so far to his left, even with a strong throw, Franson's able to get into 3rd. Josh Wilson having to cut the ball off.
So Eric Ibar on at first base, Franson on at 3rd with 2 down. Bobby Abreu, tough hitter at the plate, and once again Doug Fister trying to work himself out of trouble, which he did in the 3rd when Bobby Abreu sent Franklin Gutierrez way back to the wall in center field.
Talk about it. Putting this on certain people in the big leagues, and I think it applies to Mr. Abreu, professional hitter.
293 hitter last year. Drove in 103 runs.
Patient, uses the entire ballpark, has some pop in his bat.
Sides flying out to Goody deep in center. He's also grounded out to Figgins at second base. Toss over to first base. Eric Ibar getting back in time. Pfister always seems to be under control, Mike. Great composure on the mound. Last year's first time around in the big leagues. Over to first base. Ibar back. Doesn't seem to get rattled.
Think about back in spring training. He wasn't sure he was going to make the club. A whole group of guys trying to get that fourth and fifth spot in the rotation. Pitched well. Able to make the club. Had some issues with some injury in the middle of spring training, but
right around March the 19th or so, we were in Goodyear playing Cincinnati, and Joey Votto of the Reds hit a line drive off his right forearm. He was out for a while. The pitch looked pretty good, but it missed according to the home plate umpire
Ed
tonight.
Rappiano has been giving him that pitch all game long, and I think if you had to ask him right now, he'd tell you I missed out.
Yeah.
It happens.
So the count goes to 2-0.
Good umpire.
Doug's been around the plate all night long. All 3. 3-0 on Bobby Abreu. On deck, Torrey Hunter. Big move to third and a look to first base. Both runners get on back. So should give Abreu green light?
I think so. In fact, I think he probably always has it, and Scioscia might take it off from time to time, but I think he leaves it up to him.
American League Manager of the Year last year, Mike Scioscia, now in his 11th season as the skipper of the Angels. Strike down the outside corner, full count. 3-2. That movement away from Abreu, the left-handed.
It looked to me like Abreu was actually looking for something inside because he was moving out. That pitch running off the outside corner.
Full count, 3-2. 2 on and 2 outs. Ibar, the runner at first base, will take off. Big pitch right here for Doug Pfister. And another fake move to third, and again a look at Ibar, the runner at first base. Doug gets the sign from catcher Rob Johnson, and here we go. The 3-2, and it's inside for ball 4. Bobby Abreu walks, and the Angels have the bases loaded with 2 outs for Torrey Hunter. And that's the first walk given up by Doug Pfister.
Rick Adair will go out and talk to him. He's been able to handle Hunter so far. A couple of ground ball outs for him. Hunter in his last at bat hit the ball off his back knee. Appears to be fine from that.
And bounced out to Pfister. So Rick Adair going out to pay Pfister a quick visit.
I'm sure it's just to go over again with Hunter. As you mentioned, this is a big point in the game right here. It has nothing to do with the way Pfister's throwing the ball because he is right around the plate. Was very careful with Abreu. Probably not a bad idea, but he'll have to make some pitches now to Hunter.
On at third base is Kevin Franson. He singled with 2 outs. Eric Ibar is the runner at second base. He singled with 2 outs, and Bobby Abreu is at first base after the walk. So the bases are loaded with 2 down. 1-0 Angels. Torrey Hunter takes a curve down and away, ball 1. Hunter hit .299 last year. Looks at ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. This is really the first time we've seen Doug Fister have any kind of an extended inning, Mike, over the last 3 or 4 starts.
Right. He hasn't been in trouble very often.
Fouled away behind home plate, and it's 2-1 on Torrey. No room for Mr. Hunter because the Angels have Franson, Ibar, and Abreu aboard. Franson, Ibar, Abreu at third, second, and first. Fouled away again behind home plate over the screen, and now the count is even on Torrey Hunter at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The ability of Fister, Mike, to come back in a count behind 3-0 or 2-0 to come back and throw quality strikes.
And it's also the movement on his fastball. It's a tough pitch to square up. Guys typically, even when they see it 2 or 3 times, have a tough time hitting it hard.
And the 2-2 to Hunter is swung on, and that's fouled out of play off to our right, and the count is still 2-2. Check of the defense and the base runners. Bases loaded, 2 down. 1-0 Angels. And again the 2-2 to Torrey. Swing and a foul off the catcher Robbie Johnson. And we'll try it again, and the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
The fastball inside. You see Rob set up in there, and he hits it right off his knee again.
Doug looks in to get the sign as Hunter settles in. Runners are lead at every base. And again the 2-2. Line drive right field. Ichiro can't get to it. It drops in front of him. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And it is 3-0 Angels. Line drive into right field for Torrey Hunter. Franson scores from third. Ibar going on contact with 2 outs, going from second. Bobby Abreu around to third base. So Torrey Hunter with a big 2-out, 2-run single. 2 runs are in, and it's 3-0 Angels.
Well, and all of this with 2 outs. Fister gets the first couple of hitters out. Now he's having a tough time. 3 base hits and a walk. Inside out swing. It looked like the pitch actually beat Hunter, but he was able to fight it off into right field.
And that'll bring up first baseman Kendry Morales, who had a line drive home run to right in the 4th inning. And he takes ball 1. Right-hander Sean White will begin to warm up down in the bullpen. Angels now with 3 runs on 7 base hits. 1-1. First to get Hunter back to the bag. I thought for a second, Mike, that line drive might have just enough hang time for Ichiro to get there, but it dropped down in front of him.
Yeah, typically on a ball when you're kind of jammed a little bit on, just like that inside out swing at will, it'll hang in the air, but that one unfortunately didn't.
2-1 on Morales. Two runs in for the Angels with 2 outs. High ball 3, 3-1. On deck, Hideki Matsui. Over to first base again, keeping an eye on Torrey Hunter. Doug Fister tonight has given up more runs in the last 2 innings than he gave up in the last 2 starts. Another move to first base. That's how tough he's been so far this year. Now Johnson going through some defensive signs. Fastball for a strike. Full count, 3-2. Matsui waiting on deck. 88 pitches thrown by Doug Fister. Hunter takes off. Swing and a ground ball out to Figgy at second base. Sean has it over to Kochman for the out on Kendry Morales, and that'll retire the side. But after 2 outs, the Angels get a couple, and they leave the pair. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Our score: the Angels 3 and the Mariners nothing. All right, Tom, thank you. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Designated hitter Mike Sweeney leads it off with a pop-up out of play down the right field side. 0-1. The Angels now lead by a score of 3-0. The Angels getting 2 in the top half of the 5th inning with 2 outs. Torrey Hunter with a bases loaded single into right field that scored Kevin Franson and Eric Ibar. Joe Saunders on the mound. Time called. Sweeney backs out. Saunders last year won 16 games. He was 16-7 and 31 starts. Down and away on Sweeney. Ball 1, 1-1. Ball 2, 2-1. The Mariners haven't scored a run in 22 innings. Trying to break that string. Mike 0 for 1 has bounced back to Saunders. Fouled away off the catcher Napoli. 2-2 the count. Here's a look at Joe's pitch count, Mike. 15.
He's in good shape. He's in real good shape.
Not that many. He's always been tough on the Mariners. 7-1 in his career. He's won his last 6 starts against the Mariners. Fouled out of play, and it's still 2-2 on Sweeney. Ground ball down the third base line, taken by Franson. The throw to first, and it's in time to get Sweeney 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Mike, time to pass out.
We're giving out a lot of fries tonight. We need to get the guys going, so we're going to go with this one. A big sign and a lot of fries. Bunch of school teachers from the state of Oregon here at the game tonight. And I understand if we can get all the way to the right over there. You understand? Who is that, Rick? Who is that guy?
The most interesting man in the world. The picture right there. And that's you, Mike.
So
Ryan Langerhans with a check swing and a strike. 0-1. Great picture on that poster. The most interesting man in the world.
Nice to have the teachers from Oregon out here at the ballpark.
Welcome to Safeco Field, everybody. Enjoy the Rally Fridays. 0-2 on Langerhans. Ryan walked in the bottom half of the second. Curve down and away for ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. How about the major league debut yesterday of the young shortstop for the Chicago Cubs, Starling Castro?
I saw that.
Home run in his first major league at bat. He had 6 RBIs, a set a major league record for a debut. Not too shabby. He was called up from AA Tennessee. Starling Castro off to a great start.
You see any of the highlights with him?
Yeah.
He looks like he's about 14.
Yeah, exactly. Ground ball down the line, backhanded by Franzen at third. Wide throw at first, and Langerhans avoids the tag. He takes the low route as Morales took the high route. So Ryan Langerhans diving across the bag at first safely. And that's going to be our Coors Light freeze cam. Here it is.
Nice play by Franzen. Throws sails on him a little bit. Langerhans can see the first baseman. Morales coming off. Dives under the tag. Maybe that's a break right there for him. Rick, what do you think?
Absolutely.
Good throw when he's out. So nice play by Langerhans. Fortunately, he didn't get hurt on that.
So an error in the throw. 1 on, 1 away. Here is shortstop Josh Wilson.
Josh was up back in the second inning, Rick. Runners on first and second. And he gave it a ride out to center field. And Torrey Hunter, who was playing shallow, he's a little bit deeper now, was able to run it down, made a nice play. But he hit the ball hard.
I've seen Torrey do that many, many times. Low ball 2-0. Mariners still looking for that clutch base hit. Josh, a nice job down at AAA Tacoma. Hit .333 with 11 runs batted in. He had 12 doubles. Ball 3-0 the count on Josh. On deck is catcher Rob Johnson. Down and in for ball 4. So Wilson with a 4-pitch walk. That'll send Langerhans down to second base. So the Mariners will bring the tying run to the plate. And Rob Johnson 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-0 Angels. Catcher Mike Napoli out to the mound to have a talk with Saunders. Everybody with the gloves in front of their faces. Mike, you never did that, did you?
Yes.
You did? You didn't want everybody reading your lips?
Guys like you up in the booth all of a sudden feeling read lips and everybody can hear it on TV.
Yeah, we're going after the game. Get some pizza. Okay, fine. Thank you very much. So 2 on for Rob Johnson. 1 home run of the year. That came in his first at bat. Opening night down in Oakland off of Ben Sheets. But right now, Mariners just need a clutch base hit. And that's high, ball 1. Saunders has really struggled with his control over his last few starts. 8 walks over his last 2 outings.
Rob was robbed of a base hit his last time. Hit the ball right on the button. Nice play by Franzen, the third baseman.
1-1. He jumped on a 3-1 pitch. Pitch count by inning for Mr. Saunders. He's at 75 for the game. Langerhans at second. Josh Wilson, the runner, at first base. Swing and a miss by Johnson. 1-2 on Rob. Mariners trying to take advantage of the throwing error by Franson on the ball that was hit by Langerhans. Ground ball to Hopper to short. Up with the ball is Ibar. They're going to get the force at second on Josh Wilson, and that's it. But 2 outs in the inning, and on the play, Langerhans will get to third. Johnson is safe at first base, but Josh Wilson, Mike, was hustling.
Well, it's another close play, Rick. We saw one earlier to start the game with Ichiro. At first looked like he was safe. We'll take another look at this one. I think he just able to get him.
Mighty close at second, but 2 on and 2 outs. Langerhans on at third, Johnson at first base for Ichiro.
Ichiro had an infield hit his last time up.
1 for 2 on the night. Tying run is still at the plate. Ball 1. First time the Mariners have had a runner as far as third base. And that's a strike on the outside corner. 1-1. And a few steps out there in left field is Juan Rivera. Out toward left center field, Torrey Hunter. Base runners, Langerhans and Johnson. Line drive, left field line, fair ball. Scoring on the play, Langerhans, and the ball gets on by Rivera. Here comes Johnson rounding third. He's going to score. Ichiro to third, and it's a 3-2 ball game. Line drive the other way, and it's skipped on by Juan Rivera all the way to the corner. So 2 score with 2 outs, and it's now the Angels 3, the Mariners 2, and the Mariners have Ichiro, the tying run 90 feet away.
Another fastball inside out swing. Line drive right down the line. Rick mentioned they were playing shallow. Rivera trying to get over to cut this off, and just doesn't bend over. Gets too close to the wall. Gets by him, so the Mariners catch a break.
So 2 in with 2 outs. And indeed, the Mariners capitalize on the air by Franson. Figgins shows bunt, and he takes the pitch for a strike. 0-1. Figgy with a smile on his face and saying, hey, was that a strike, to home plate umpire Ed Rapano. So Ichiro's on at third. Down low for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's a look at the ball down the left field line, Mike. Just hits off the edge of the grass and rolls farther away.
Yeah, it goes left on him and then flattens out, which made it difficult for Rivera to get down to pick it up.
Up and away to Figgy. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. So a triple for Ichiro into that left field corner. The drive in 2. Ground ball to third. Franson has it. Toss across, and it's wide. And Morales had to go get it, then put the tag on Figgins. That will retire the side. But the Mariners get a couple. 2 runs on only 1 hit, and after 5 innings of play, Angels lead it 3-2. All right, thank you, Tom. We go to the top half of the 6th inning. The Angels now lead by a score of 3-2. Ichiro with a 2-out, 2-run triple down the left field line in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hideki Matsui to lead it off. Fly ball, left center field already back there. Ryan Langerhans to make the easy catch. So one away for the Halos. Doug Fister threw a lot of pitches, 32 pitches in the top of the 5th inning, Mike, with 2 outs. The Angels scored 2 runs and take a 3-0 lead at that point.
Well, maybe because Saunders was sitting in the dugout for such a long time and ended up helping the Mariners out as they come back and score a couple of runs right away.
Here is left fielder Juan Rivera. Get into that double play, 6-4-3 in the top of the 4th inning. Great start in that double play by the shortstop Josh Wilson, sliding to his left, shoveling the ball out of his glove over to Sean Figgins at second base. The Mariners finally get on the board for the first time in 3 games. Bounces one foul out to third base coach Dino Abell. 1-1 on Rivera. Angels have won the American League West 5 of the last 6 years. I was talking with manager Mike Sosa before the ball game. He had a lot of guys out here for early BP this afternoon. I said, why has this organization been so consistent? Fly ball, right center field, going back Ichiro near the warning track. He's there and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. And he gave me a real simple answer, Mike. We have good players. And I said, well, there's something going on too. Yeah, it really does help. There's Mike. And once they get here, I mean, they know how to play. They know how he wants them to fit in on the ball club and what they need to do. And they come through that system. They know what to do when they get here. They're ready. Howie Kendrick with a strike, 0-1. Kendrick has bounced out twice. 3-2 Angels lead. 0-2 the count. Don Wakamatsu is spending a lot of time in the Angels organization, managing the minor league system for the Angels. Working with Sosa. Ground ball right side of the mound to the second baseman, Sean Figgins, and it's a 1-2-3. Top of the 6th inning for the Angels. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Our score, the Angels 3 and the Mariners 2. on Golden Pond. Look at that sunset across the sound. Casey Kochman leading off the bottom of the 6th inning for the Mariners. Angels lead by a score of 3-2. What a shot. Way to go, fellas. Casey 0 for 2 is fanned. He's also popped up to the shortstop Eric Guibar down the left field line. Two and 0 the count. 86 pitches for starter Joe Saunders so far tonight. This is his 7th start of the year. Down and away, ball 3. 3-0. Kochman, Gutierrez, Lopez for the Mariners. Mariners got their 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. A 2-out 2-run triple by Ichiro down the left field line. Scoring Langer, Hands, and Johnson. Casey takes strike 3-1. Tomorrow afternoon, the final game of the 3-game series with the Angels. Jason Vargas, he's pitched very well this year. Irvin Santana will get the start for the Angels. One hopper, and what a backhanded stab by second baseman Howie Kendrick, and he gets Kochman over at first base. What a play. 1 out for the Mariners, bottom of the 6th.
Kochman hits it right on the button. You can see Kendrick giving a little bit of ground so he can get a decent hop. Once he catches it, it was hit so hard he knows he has plenty of time to make the throw.
Sliding and turning to his glove side to make the play, so 1 out. And that'll bring up center fielder Franklin Gutierrez. Franklin singled into left field in the 4th inning. 1 for 2. Oh, 1.
Jason Bolter getting loose out in the Angels bullpen.
90 pitches for Joe Saunders.
Got a real good split for him. 91 pitches now, 50 strikes, 41 balls.
Not at all.
Been helped out with a couple of double plays tonight.
Here's where Franklin has been really good, Mike, at times. You know, behind in the count 0-2, still grinds out an at bat.
Well,
there's ball 1.
It's probably the biggest reason why he's hitting well over 300. Mm-hmm. He doesn't give at bats away. No. And it can be easy sometimes, especially when you're struggling and things aren't going well. You go up there and you're looking for a fastball. They throw you a breaking ball. You swing at it anyways. He hasn't done that. Fouls off. Good pitches.
Still battles now. Here he goes, working the count to 2-2 after falling behind 0-2. Pitch away. He'll drive it into right field. Middle in. He can pull it. And it's low. Ball 3. Here he is at 3-2. On deck for the Mariners, Jose Lopez. Pitch count for Saunders. And that's up and away after falling behind 0-2. He walks. 1 at bat. So the Mariners have the tying run aboard at first base with 1 out here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Say traveling outside the Northwest this season, take the Mariners with you. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Mariners game live or on demand on your computer. Visit Mariners.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Rick Riz along with Mike Blowers. Here is Jose Lopez, 1 for 2 with a double down the right field line. A high and outside, ball 1. And time is called. Catcher Mike Napoli out to the mound. Have a talk with Saunders. And Mike Butcher, the pitching coach for the Angels, heads out to the mound to pay Saunders a visit. Mike, the old-fashioned way when a manager knows that a pitcher is getting tired, number 1, those fastballs are up in the strike zone. Number 2, the hitter kind of lets you know as well.
Well, they will, but I think Saunders is difficult right now, and you can see from his struggles again. Rick, 96 pitches for him, 50 strikes, 46 balls. He's been inconsistent with the strike zone the entire game.
Butcher back to the dugout for the Angels. Gutierrez, good speed on at first base. Well hit to left field, but going back near the warning track is Juan Rivera to make the catch. Lopez lines out for the second out of the inning. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. So Goody on at first base now with 2 down, 3-2 Angels, bottom of the 6th, and here's designated hitter Mike Sweeney. Mike has bounced out twice. Moved to first base by Saunders. Two out, so what? Mariners looking for a base hit here with 2 down. There goes Goody. Pitch down and in, and the throw right out of the hand of the catcher, Mike Napoli. Stolen base for Franklin Gutierrez, his 3rd steal of the year, and now the Mariners have the tying run in scoring position.
Take a look at it. Napoli comes out. Nice pick. Right when he starts to throw it, doesn't get it clean. Just flips it right out of his hand. Stolen base for Gutierrez.
Good form. Didn't have the ball in his hand. 1-0 on Mike Sweeney. And time is called as Napoli goes out to have another talk with Saunders. So a big stolen base by Franklin. Mike Scioscia guiding the Angels to another playoff berth last year. Here we go. Runner at second and 2 outs. Down by a run, 3-2, bottom of the 6th inning. Way outside by Saunders, and it's 2-0 on Sweeney. And the next pitch will be Saunders' 100th of this game. Michael looking for a fastball. Line drive, gap left center field. Gutierrez rounding third. He'll score. Game tied. Mike Sweeney in at second with a 2-out RBI double. It's the Mariners 3 and the Angels 3. And the Mariners finally getting that clutch base hit last inning. And here in the bottom of the 6th as well to tie it up.
Take another look at it. A 2-0 pitch. Middle of the plate. Mike hits it hard into left center field. Big stolen base by Franklin Gutierrez.
Very timely steal. So all even at 3, and now the Mariners have the go-ahead run on in scoring position in Sweeney for Ryan Langerhans. Strike 0-1, and Mike in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Mariners took advantage of a throwing error by Franson, the third baseman, where Langerhans was able to reach safely. He scored along with Rob Johnson on the triple by Ichiro. And now the Mariners capitalize on a walk and a stolen base here in the 6th.
Take advantage. Take advantage of some mistakes. Catch a break here and there. Make them pay for it.
Instead of waiting for something to happen, make something happen. Create something.
Don Wakamatsu putting the game in motion with Gutierrez and a stolen base.
0-2 on Ryan Langerhans. Down and away, check swing. He didn't go. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ryan. Ryan Langerhans out of San Antonio, Texas. His father was Norm Charlton's high school baseball coach.
Did not know that.
inside, almost hit him. Got away from ball two. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a look at the line score. The Mariners with 2 in the 5th, and they picked up a run here in the bottom of the 6th inning, all even at 3 apiece. The 2-2 to Langerhans, and it's down and in. Ball 3. Full count 3-2. Josh Wilson due up next.
Bolger should be loose out in the pen for the Angels, so this is probably the last hitter for Saunders. You have Josh Wilson, the right-handed hitter, on deck.
Angels had a 3-0 lead. Mariners have come back to tie. And that's outside for ball 4. Langerhans with a walk. The second walk given up by Joe Saunders here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here comes Mike Scioscia out of the dugout. And that's it for Saunders. The Mariners with 2 outs have a run in. They have runners at first and second in a 3-3 tie. Don't go away. We'll be back after this timeout. The new pitcher for the Angels, right-hander Jason Bolger to face Josh Wilson. Runners at first and second, 2 outs, a run in, 3-3 tie. And his first pitch is in and over for a strike, 0-1 the count. Mike had started with 2 outs, so what? The Mariners have picked up a mighty big run here in the 6th inning to even things up, looking for some more. Sweeney at second, Langerhans at first. On in front of that changeup, 0-2 on Josh Wilson.
Starts Wilson off with a couple of off-speed pitches. You look at the numbers for Bolger. High ERA for him at a 5.73. 11 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts. Opponent's average 3.11.
Starter Joe Saunders going 5 2/3 innings, walked 5. 2 here in the 6th. Wilson with a swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt for strike 3, and that will retire the side. But the Mariners get a run with 2 outs to tie it up, and we go to the top half of the 7th inning. Mariners 3, Angels 3. The game at 3-3 as we go to the top half of the 7th inning. Doug Fister going this afternoon, Mike, his 6th start of the year.
Another good outing for him. He hasn't been perfect like he has in his last few, but pretty good against the Angels, giving up just the 3 runs. Again, there you go, fastball command, Ricky. Being able to command your fastball, moving it in and out. And actually, he's done a nice job tonight of elevating his fastball at times, especially to Abreu. But overall, he's done a nice job again tonight.
6 innings, giving up 3 runs on 7 hits, only 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Leading off the top of the 7th inning for the Angels, catcher Mike Napoli with a bunt attempt in the air. Diving Robbie Johnson to make the catch. What a play by Johnson. Diving along that third base line. What a play. 1 out for the Angels.
Well, one of the things we know about Rob is he's a good athlete. And this right here will test a couple of hip surgeries he had in the wintertime, but he gets out from behind home plate in good shape and makes a nice catch.
Here's a look at it one more time. Robbie getting out from behind home plate, getting off that mask, and then making a fine catch. Here's third baseman Kevin Franson. It was 2 for 2. Doug Fister looking for a quick inning, Mike, to get that offense back to work. An offense that has produced 3 runs over the last 2 innings after not scoring the last 2 games.
Yeah, and I'm a bit surprised to see Napoli bunt in a 3-3 game here in the 7th. I think with all the years that we've done these games, I don't think I've ever seen Napoli try to put one down.
Ground ball, base hit through the hole. It's short into left field. A base hit for Franson, and he is 3 for 3 in his first game as an Angel. Save friends for as little as $10 each. Bring your friends and family out to the next VECU Family Night on Tuesday, May the 25th. That's when the Tigers return to Safeco Field to face the Mariners in a quick 2-game series. The savings continue that night with $2 hot dogs and special discounts at the Mariners team store. For tickets, visit mariners.com. 1 on, 1 away, 3-3 tie. Eric Ibar, the hitter, but here's a toss to first base, a little wide, but handled by Kochman. Brandon League getting loose down in the Mariners bullpen. Also a right-hander warming up for the Angels. Lopez playing close over at third base, and another move at first base by Fister. Mike, this is the interesting part of a ball game for a manager, both managers in a game, because they're looking at matchups, the starters' pitch count starting to get up there. Ibar takes inside, ball 1.
Well, I'm not real familiar with Franson and his ability to run, but we know that Ibar can handle the bat. So they have a lot of different options here. They want to steal it, maybe try a hit and run. Hole over on the right side. A lot of times the left-handed hitter up there, the manager doesn't want the guy to run. They want to leave that hole open for the left-hander to hit it through. But it gets your defense moving around a little bit, Rick. So
creates movement, creates those holes. And the Angels, a ball club like Tampa Bay, where they put the ball in play and run like crazy. Wide open space on the right side.
And we know Sosha, seen enough of him. He's not going to wait around and let something happen. He'll put these guys in motion.
I was talking with Joel Pinheiro before the ball game last night. Their new free agent signee during the offseason. I asked him why the Angels, after leaving St. Louis after 2.5 years, there's a strike 3-1. He said one of the reasons was Mike Sosha. He says he loves the way that he puts the game in motion. He says, Rick, there's something going on all the time. Nobody knows that better than the Mariners. There is Joel. Over to first, back to the bag with a dive, Franson. 1 on, 1 out. 104 pitches for Doug Fister. The Angels really made him work there in the 5th inning when he threw 32 pitches. Angels scoring 2 of their 3 runs. Hopped up, shallow left down the line. On the move, Langerhans and Wilson. It is going to be Ryan Langerhans coming in to make the catch. Right on the line inside fair territory. Big second out for Doug Fister.
Nice play by Ryan. He was playing a little bit deeper, trying to stay away from the double, and he had to run a long ways, but he was able to let Josh Wilson, the shortstop, who I think had a play on it, he was able to let him know that he had it and get him out of there. It's an easier play for Langerhans coming straight in.
So 2 outs for the Angels. 3-3 tie, top of the 7th with Franson back at first base. 9 outs on the ground, 9 in the air. 2 strikeouts for Doug Fister tonight. He'll face Bobby Abreu, who has bounced out to Figgy at second, flied out deep to center to Goody, and walked in the 5th. Fly ball left field. Ryan Langerhans has it tracked. He's near the warning track, and Ryan puts it away for out number 3. And we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. That was a 9-pitch inning for Doug Fister. 7th inning stretch time. Game tied. Mariners 3, the Angels. At Safeco Field tonight as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Mariners and the Angels are all tied at 3-3. Doug Fister doing another fine job tonight, giving the Mariners an opportunity to try to win this ball game and try to snap a 7-game losing streak. Rob Johnson to lead off the bottom of the 7th inning. Johnson scored one of the 2 Mariner runs in the 5th inning, was saved at a fielder's choice. He and Langerhans scored on a 2-out triple down the left field line by Ichiro. Mariners added a run in the 6th inning. Back up the middle over the bag at second. Into center field. Rob Johnson with a leadoff single. Jumping on the first pitch from Jason Bolger. And the Mariners have the go-ahead run on at first base. Let's take a look at our Quest High Speed pitch, brought to you by Quest High Speed Internet. Speaking of Doug Fister, his fastball 91 miles an hour, but with a lot of movement, Mike. Joe Saunders throwing his fastball around 94.
Yeah, and fortunately for the Mariners, again, Saunders is somebody that came into the game struggling, not having command of his fastball, and that was the case again tonight. So the Mariners took him a little while, but they were able to put some runs on the board and get him out of the game.
Here's Ichiro, who sliced that triple down the left field line and scored a couple in the 5th inning, and he takes ball 1. Also had the single in the 3rd, close to third base, as Franson, and Ichiro likes to smash one by a third baseman when he comes up close.
And Franson has to play in right now. You have a tie ball game. A lot of holes out there for Ichiro. Runner takes off, hit and run.
To the shortstop, charging. Ibar, the throw to first, and it's in time to get Ichiro, but Rob Johnson taking off on the hit and run. He'll get down to second base, and the Mariners have the go-ahead run in scoring position. Ibar had to be quick, Mike.
Looks like maybe a chance for an infield hit for Ichiro. Chops it, just gets it past the mound. Actually, maybe a little bit easier of a play for Ibar because he was on the move with Rob Johnson running. Cut the distance down before Ichiro even hit the ball, so good play by Ibar.
Ichiro advancing, Johnson on the hit and run, and here is Sean Figgins taking on his former ball club. First time in this series, shows bunt, and he takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Figgy 0 for 2 on the night. His walk bounced into a double play and grounded out to Franson over at third base. .298 hitter for the Angels last year. Torrey Hunter shallow out in left center. Low and inside for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mike, I don't think Torrey Hunter ever plays straight away. He is either way over into left center field or way over into right center field.
Well, what that tells you is that the Angels, with their scouting reports, they let you know. And as a hitter, you should understand that they're probably going where Torrey is. They're probably going to pitch you that way.
Right.
So I would suspect that Bolger is probably going to throw something away from him if they're going to play him that way. Anything that's inside is probably a mistake, unless he wastes it in there.
And Napoli sets up outside, and he misses down and away for ball 2, 2-1. Sean Figgins, switch hitter, batting from the left side. All 7 of his RBIs have come from that side of the plate. Rob Johnson, go ahead run out there at second. Bolger's 2-1. And that misses away for ball 3. Good up by Figgy, and on deck is Casey Coxman, another ex-Angel.
Another pitch away from Figgins. Well, now you're in a different situation, I think, with Bolger. He has to throw a strike here. And maybe he gets a little more of the plate. Right center's wide open. The guys are playing shallow. If Figgins hits a line drive past the umpire up the middle, he's going to run for days.
A lot of room in the gap in right center. And he takes a strike.
Not giving in. Another off-speed pitch.
Down and in. Kochman waits. Figgins a chance to give the Mariners a lead with a base hit. Ground ball out to the first baseman, off the glove of Morales. Underhands has time to get the toss over to the pitcher covering. Bolger's there at the back for the out on Figgins, and on the plate Johnson will get the third. Not a clean pickup by Morales at first base, but he was still able to make the play.
Another off-speed pitch to Figgins, rolls over on it. Morales stays with it.
So 2 outs. And that'll leave it up to Casey Kochman trying to give the Mariners a lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Tied at 3. Casey hit a 1-hopper, a seed to the right of second baseman Howie Kendrick, and made a nice play his last time up in the bottom of the 6th. Down and away, ball 1. Here we go again. 2 outs, so what? Mariners did some damage. With 2 outs in the 5th and the 6th, trying to do so here in the 7th inning. And there's a strike on Casey. 1-1 the count. Rob Johnson has worked his way around to third base after his leadoff single to center field. Has advanced to third on 2 ground ball outs. And again, Torrey Hunter, the center fielder, is way out there in left center field. Doug Fister inside that dugout. Curve down and in, Mike. For ball 2, 2-1. That's in the wheelhouse of a left-handed hitter, and you got Torrey Hunter way out there in left center field.
I'm sure the Mariners watching Bolger pitch. It looks like he's trying to get everybody out with his breaking ball or his changeup. He's showing his fastball off the plate. Give him something to look at, but guys should probably be sitting on something off speed if they're going to try to hit a strike off of Bolger.
Yeah, there's another breaking ball down and in that missed. Ball 3, 3-1 the count on Kochman.
Bolger didn't give in to Figgins. He threw him another off-speed pitch on a 3-1 count.
Gutierrez due up next if Kochman can reach here in the 7th inning. And the 3-1 to Casey. It is a strike called.
Changeup.
Full count.
You can see the speeds. 94 with his fastball. The rest of them off speed pitches.
One fastball. That was the first pitch. And it's low and inside it and hit him. A 3-2 breaking ball hits Casey Kochman on the foot. And the Mariners have runners at first and third with 2 outs.
Another breaking ball off the foot. Kochman goes to first base. And the Mariners now have their hottest hitter coming to the plate, Franklin Gutierrez.
2 on, 2 outs.
Franklin's done a really nice job this year hitting with men in scoring position. Really gives the Mariners a nice opportunity to try to take the lead.
Pitching coach Mike Butcher to the mound to talk things over with Bulger and the rest of the infielders. The go-ahead run 90 feet away at third, and Rob Johnson, Doug Fister hoping for a run. And his Mariner teammates. Right guy at the plate, Franklin Gutierrez, coming into tonight's game, batting .321 with 3 home runs. 16 runs batted in, leading the ball club.
And you can see what he's done with men in scoring position. .424 with a home run and 14 RBIs.
Big time average. Getting hits when they count. And now trainer Rick Griffin is checking up on the right ankle or the right foot of Casey Kochman. He took a pretty good pop on that pitch from Bulger.
It looked to me like it hit him on the foot.
Here's a look at it one more time, Mike. Right above the ankle.
Right above the ankle.
Ow. So Casey still out there at first base. Rob Johnson on at third. 2 on, 2 away. Settling in is Franklin Gutierrez. 3-3 score. Ball 1. Franklin grinding out 3 at bats in this ball game, and a long at bat struck out back in the second. He made Saunders work again when he singled to left field in the fourth, made him work again, and walked on a 3-2 pitch after he fell behind 0-2. And he takes a look at ball 2. 2-0 the count from Bulger.
Bulger's really struggling with his command. 20 pitches in the inning, 10 strikes, 10 balls. Again, a really rough ratio. Mike Scioscia watching his bullpen struggle here in the first month and a half of the season.
Looking for a fastball middle in. And it's a fastball, but it's up and away. Ball 3.
Turn him loose. Let him hit.
Absolutely.
He's been the hot hitter for you, hitting over 400 with men in scoring position. Sitting fourth in your lineup. Let him go.
3-0 the count on Franklin Gutierrez. First and third. And it's a strike on the outside corner with a fastball. 3-1.
Yeah.
It may have been a little bit too far outside, but home plate umpire Ed Rapano said it was a strike. Angels bullpen ERA, the worst of the American League, 5.34. Off the end of the bat, foul.
And another breaking ball. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure, he felt like with the 3-0 fastball, he could get away with it. And as soon as he gets to that 3-1 count, he always goes to his breaking ball. We've seen it 3 times in this inning. Well, let's watch Casey run, see how his ankle's feeling. He's going to take off with the pitch.
He'll take off at first. Rob Johnson waiting over at third base. And the 3-2 to Gutierrez. Check swing. Did he go? He did for strike 3. And that will retire the side. Mariners leave the go-ahead run stranded at third base. Here's a look at that check swing by Franklin. He crossed that front plane of the plate, and we go to the top half of the 8th, still even. Mariners 3. right, thank you, Tom. All tied at 3-3 as we go to the top half of the 8th inning, and that's going to be it for the starting pitcher, Doug Fister. Pitches another fine ball game tonight. Doug going 7 innings in this game, and he threw 106 pitches, Mike.
Another quality start for Doug Fister.
Brandon League takes over, delivers a strike on Torrey Hunter 0-1.
And he would have actually worked a little bit deeper in this game. We take a look at our Marines note.
And it concerns the Mariners bullpen last night. 5 2/3 innings, and they didn't give up a hit. Nice job behind Felix Hernandez. The opening game of the series. Straight to the ball club last year. David Artsma out there had the 38 saves last season. The 1-1 to Hunter, that misses for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike.
But how about going 7 innings again, giving up the 3 runs, which seems like a lot for him.
Yeah.
He'll always take that. That's a nice start. The 1 inning hurt him a little bit on his pitch count.
Wide of first on a hop, handled by Kotzman. Underhand toss to League right at the bag, and it's in time to get Torrey Hunter 1 away for the Angels here in the 8th.
Take a look at Kotzman. Ball hit hard. Stays with it, makes a nice play. Never in a hurry to get the ball over to the pitcher. Nice play.
Always a good toss to the pitcher coming.
Yeah, you better try somebody else. Casey Kotzman's going to come up with the play.
Casey Kotzman, 212 consecutive games without an error, getting close to the major league record. Kevin Youkilis, 238 consecutive games at first without an error, 2006 to 2008. Fouled back by Kendry Morales. 0-1 the count. Morales giving the Angels their first run of the game. Line drive home run to right field back in the 4th inning. Outside, 1-1. Down the middle, not good for anybody, but look at that 500 average, Mike.
With some damage, I'll guarantee you.
Fouled off the catcher, Robbie Johnson. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Morales. Brandon League, the hard-throwing right-hander, coming over during the offseason from the Toronto Blue Jays and the trade for Brandon Morrow. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Strike 3. So 2 outs for the Angels. Strikeout number 1 for League in relief. Brings up Hideki Matsui.
There you go. Here's the split finger after some quality fastballs. Mid-90s. Comes back with a split. Morales is way out in front.
So 2 up and 2 down for the Angels. Matsui is the hitter. He is 1 for 3. Base hit the left field in the 4th inning. He's had a rough time in this road trip for the Angels. Only 4 hits in 33 at bats.
Good. Keep it that way.
Angels were swept in Detroit in 3 games. They were swept in Boston in 4. Snapped the 7-game losing streak, winning last night 8-0 behind the pitching of Jared Weaver. Fly ball into center field. Backing up Franklin Gutierrez. He'll have this one in his hip pocket. He's there and makes the catch for out number 3. And we go to the bottom half of the 8th tied. After 7.5, Mariners 3, the Angels 3. Thank you, Tom. All tied. Mariners 3 and the Angels 3. Bottom of the 8th inning. Indeed, what a beautiful sunset tonight here in the Pacific Northwest. New pitcher, hard-throwing right-hander Kevin Jepson on the mound for the Angels to face Lopez, Sweeney, and Langerhans. A strike on Lopez, 0-1. Jason Bulger in relief went 1 1/3, gave up a hit, no runs, no walks, hit a batter, struck out a couple. Jose 1 for 3 with a double down the right field line. That's down and away for ball 1. 1-1 on Lopez.
And the numbers for Jepson: 12 strikeouts in 11 2/3 innings pitched. Opponent's average is 250.
Fastball at 97 for a strike 1 and 2. Has some giddy up to it, Mike.
Get it ready. It's a good curveball to go with it. Nice slider.
Here's a slider down and away. 2-2.
David Ardsma up in the Mariners pen.
David getting loose. Little ground ball along the third base line. Barehanded by Franson. The throw to first and safe at first. Lopez. Morales had to reach and his foot came off the bag. Infield base hit for Lopez.
Rolls over on a slider and swinging bunt for Lopez. Take another look at it. Franson was playing pretty deep. Nice play by Franson. The ball's going to tail back into the runner. Morales pulls his foot as he's catching it.
Wait a second, Jose.
Did he hurt himself?
I guess it was called a foul ball by the home plate umpire. Ed Rapano called it a foul ball. It's his call before the bag, but it looked like Franson got to the ball inside the third base line. So here's Jose Lopez back at home plate.
I don't think that was it. I think it maybe hit him.
Yeah. Ground ball to short. Eric Ibar has it, and they get Lopez at first base. So maybe that.
Franson was fine. He was well in play. Take a look and see if it hits Lopez.
Maybe off his foot.
Off the bottom of his bat again. He hit it twice. Take a look at it. Bounces up right off the end of his bat. It certainly didn't hit him at all.
Ed Rapano called it, and Lopez had to come back, continue the at bat, grounded out to short. So 1 out for the Mariners here in the bottom of this 8th inning. And the batter is Mike Sweeney. On a play on the first base side, 0-1. Sweeney came up with a big 2-out RBI double that scored Franklin Gutierrez, and that tied the game at 3-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cut, fouled it away, and it's 0-2 on Mike. You don't see that very often, do you, Mike? Hitter swings, hits it twice.
Yeah, I think it's a 2-stroke penalty in golf.
Mariners 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors. The Angels 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error.
Seeing the replay on that, I think that Ed had to hear it. I don't think you can see that. It was hard for us to see it on the replay. So he must have heard it hit the bat the second time.
All the way again, still 0-2 on Sweeney. Jose had 2 at bats and 1.
Thought he had a hit.
They all did. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 down for the Mariners here in the bottom half of the 8th. Say ride and save on Sound Transit Sounder Train. For more information on schedules and routes, visit soundtransit.org. Rick Reyes along with Mike Blowers, our associate director Robbie Nielsen up here in the booth. Curtis Wilson, our producer, Mark Engelbrecht, our director, pushing all the buttons down in the truck. 3-3 tie, bottom of the 8th.
Ryan Langerhans, he's been on base all 3 times, a couple of walks and reached on an error.
Mariners took advantage of that. Thrown there by third baseman Kevin Franson, low and inside, ball 1.
I would have lobbied to give him a hit on that play, by the way. Tough play. Well, Franson went to the ground to make the play to catch it. Then he had to jump up and make a long throw across the diamond, pulled him off.
Either way, the Mariners took advantage of Ryan getting aboard. That extended the inning. 2-0 on Langerhans. Up and outside, ball 3, 3-0 on Ryan. With Josh Wilson due up next. 30,446 tonight here at Safeco Field for the middle game of the 3-game series. Vargas against Santana tomorrow afternoon. And it's up and away for ball 4. So Ryan Langerhans with his 3rd walk of the ball game. Mariners have the go-ahead run on at first base with 2 outs. Time now for our Jack in the Box in-game box score. Ichiro with 2 hits. 1 a 2-run triple. Gutierrez with a base hit. Lopez with a double. Mike Sweeney with an RBI double. Rob Johnson with a single. Pitching coach Mike Butcher back to the mound. So 1 on 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Mariners looking for another little 2-out rally to get something going, Mike. All 3 runs have been scored with 2 outs tonight.
Josh likes to hit the fastball. He's had a little bit of trouble with the breaking ball so far. Jepson likes his fastball. He has a good one. You're going to have to turn it up a notch, but hopefully he can get into a count to where he can get a fastball to hit.
Jepson steps off and he looks Langerhans back to first base. I think it's the first time we've seen Torrey Hunter pretty much straight away, but now he's just moved to his left toward right center field a few steps. Oh, 0-1. Fastball from Jepson. Josh has flied out to center. He has walked and struck out his last time up in the 6th inning. That was on an off-speed pitch from Jason Bolger. Little hopper to the right side. Infield, tricky English, and it skips on by Howie Kendrick. Around the 3rd, Langerhans. Holy smokes, little mache shot to the right side of the infield. Kendrick went to his left, and the ball skipped on by to his right, and it's going to be a base hit for Josh Wilson. And the Mariners have the go-ahead run 90 feet away at 3rd.
Looks like this ball really jams Josh. Looks like it's going to be a routine play, but it's obviously spinning sideways and fools Kendrick. Wow, that fooled him by a lot.
How about that? Look at the English when the ball hits.
Wow.
That had some serious spin to it.
Langerhans almost fell.
So 1st and 3rd with 2 outs for the Mariners in a 3-3 tie. And here is catcher Rob Johnson. Johnson led off the bottom of the 7th inning with a base hit to center field. He's 1 for 3. Low ball 1. What a shocker for Kendrick. You're coming in, you're thinking I'm in front of the ball.
You can see, and not only that, but you can see the ball curving back the other way. So you would expect it to skip that way. Instead, it bounces back. And his momentum was taking him towards first. Not much you can do about it.
Strike on Johnson, and the count is even on Rob at 1 ball and 1 strike. Mariners trying to come up with another run with 2 outs. They got 2 that way in the 5th, and their 3rd run in the 6th to tie. Langer hands on at 3rd. Josh Wilson on at first base. And a swing and a miss by Johnson. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mike, late in the ball game, everybody tries to get you out of the way.
They do. Typically, they don't want to get hurt with the long ball here. With a runner already in scoring position at times, they'll come inside on you. But I think with Rob right now, pretty good slider away. If I were him, I would stay out there.
Here's the runner at first, and it's down and away for ball 2. And down at second base now is Josh Wilson. To credit Josh with a stolen base, and now the Mariners have 2 on in scoring position with 2 outs as the count evens on Johnson at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hit the ball sharply his last time up in the 7th inning. And a swing and a miss for strike 3, and that will retire the side, and the Mariners leave again. The go-ahead run stranded at 3rd base, and after 8 innings of play, Mariners 3, the Angels 3. All right, thank you, Tom. And here we go to the top half of the 9th inning, still tied at 3-3, and hard-throwing right-hander David Hartzma will take over in relief. He'll face Juan Rivera, Howie Kendrick, and Mike Napoli. The numbers for David Hartzma: appearance number 12, the 0-1 record with a 3.38 ERA. 12 strikeouts to 4 walks. Opponents hitting .147 against Hartzma. Juan Rivera is 0 for 3 on the night. Struck out, bounced into a double play, and is flied out to Ichiro in right field. Fouls away, first pitch fastball, 0-1. Mariners had a shot to score the go-ahead run in the 7th and again in the 8th. Line drive, base hit into the gap in right center field. Over to cut it off is Franklin Gutierrez. Gets the throw in to keep Juan Rivera to a leadoff single. So the Angels have a man aboard right away here in the top half of the 9th inning.
Well, he gets a fastball right in the middle of the plate, hits it hard. That's the reason why you play your outfielders deep. Franklin actually shading him a little bit to left center, but was able to cut that off and hold him to a single because he was playing so deep.
Reggie Willits out to pinch run for Juan Rivera, so put Willits on at first base for the Angels.
And keep an eye on him. He can run.
Kendrick, the hitter, close to third. Lopez, but a toss over to first base by Artsma to get Willits back. Kendrick is 0 for 3 tonight. He's grounded out 3 times, trying to sacrifice, lays it down on the first base side, picked up by Kochman, gets in the line, he puts the tag on Kendrick. Well, the sacrifice will send Willits down to second base. 1 on and 1 away. Say later tonight, Danielle Laurie and the defending national champion Huskies face off with 16th ranked Stanford in Pac-10 softball competition from Seattle. We'll have it for you tonight at 10 on FSN and FSN HD.
Michael Ryan is going to pinch hit, so they're going to get the left-handed hitter up there.
So this is Ryan, who appeared in the last night's ball game. 3-3 tie. Ball at 1. That's what quite a story last year. The 38 saves began the year as the setup guy to Brandon Morrow, and become the closer until about 5 weeks into last season. Line drive, base hit into right field. Willits to third. He's going to be stopped there. Ichiro's throw to the plate will be cut off by Casey Kochman. And the Angels have runners at first and third with 1 out. That ball got quickly out to Ichiro. He charged it, got to it quickly.
Well, they changed again with the runner at second base and in scoring position. They bring the outfielders back in to their normal depth, and he hits it right on the button. But Ichiro, playing shallow, gets a nice 1 hop to him. Not going to try his arm.
So 2 out for the Angels. Out at third base, Willits with the go-ahead run.
And now you have Franson, who's had a nice night, just called up. 3 for 3 tonight, scored a run.
David Ardsma talking things over with Sean Figgins and also his catcher Rob Johnson. Manager Mike Social likes to put the game in motion at all times. You got to play heads-up baseball. Franson, 3 singles, 3 at-bats. Got to be ready for anything. Fake move to third and a throw to first base by Ardsma. Back in time is Ryan. And Franson scored a run, 1 of 2 for the Angels in the 5th inning. Infield back up the middle. Wilson at short. Figgy at second, and another move to first base by Ardsma. Ardsma pretty much stays with that fastball, but over the last few appearances mixing in the slider and the splitter. Ground ball to third. Lopez will come home to the plate, and they're going to get Reggie Willits in the rundown. Johnson, the tag on Willits. Second out of the inning. Jose Lopez. Plenty of time to come to the plate, and Rob Johnson corrals him about halfway back toward third, 2 down.
And a nice pitch by Ardsma. Pitch away. Franson rolls over on it. Lopez actually could have gone either way, get the runner or turn 2.
So 2 on and 2 outs, runners at first and second. 3-3 tie, and the batter is Eric Ibar. He was 2 for 4 tonight with a single, a double, and a run scored. Ryan, the go-ahead run at second base. 0-1. Johnson going through the defensive signs out in front of the plate. David Archba trying to get out of a jam here in the top half of the ninth inning, even at 3. The 0-1 to Ibar is in the dirt, knocking it down. Johnson to keep the runners at first and second. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He just spiked a split finger hit out in front of the plate. Nice play by Rob.
Johnson gives the guys who can throw that pitch the ability and confidence to keep that pitch down, knowing that he'll block it. Danny Wilson did that for so many years, with Norm Charlton coming out in relief throwing his splitter. The 1-1 swung on, ground ball, slow roll at Figgy at second. He's got it. The throw to first to get Ibar, and David Archba gets out of a jam here in the top half of the ninth inning. We go to the bottom of the ninth, tied, and you'll kind of run will do it. We're even. The Mariners 3 and the Angels 3. Goal field, the Mariners and the Angels all tied at 3-3. What a ball game. Any old type of run will win it for the Mariners. Rick Riz along with Mike Blowers. Fernando Rodney comes on in relief. What a game, Blow.
Well, it is, and things are set up nicely now for the Mariners. They have Ichiro leading the inning off right here. But what a nice job by Archman and Lopez getting the runner at home right there. Mariners look like they're in rough shape, but a nice pitch and a nice play by Lopez, and now you have the top of the order coming up.
David gets out of that jam. The Angels leave 2 stranded there in the top half of the ninth inning. So now the Mariners looking to snap this 7-game losing skid, hopefully right here in the bottom of the ninth inning.
You just need one now, Ricky. That's it.
So Ichiro to lead things off. Reggie Willits is out in left field. He came on as a pinch runner in the top half of the ninth inning for Rivera. And Ryan Buddy is the new catcher. And the new pitcher is Fernando Rodney, who was with the Tigers last year. So Rodney takes over in relief here in the bottom half of the ninth inning, and Ichiro will lead things off.
Impressive numbers for Rodney. The opponent's average just 114. Above average fastball, a really good changeup.
Ichiro, Figgins, and Kochman for the Mariners here in the bottom of the ninth inning, and Ichiro takes a strike, 0-1, and there's a changeup right away, Mike.
That's his out pitch. He will use his changeup. He'll throw it at any time, but you have to respect his fastball. His fastball will be 94 to 96 miles an hour.
Low and inside, bounces in, skips in for ball 1, 1-1. Ichiro with a big 2-out, 2-run triple down the left field line in the 5th inning. The Angels had an early 3-0 lead, but the Mariners got 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th inning to tie it. We've been that way since the 6th. Down and in again, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike on Ichiro. A little different look in the Angels pen this year with Rodney. Fans chanting Ichiro. Ichiro trying to get it going here in the bottom of the ninth. Low ball 3. 3-1 with Figgins waiting on deck. And skipper Mike Sosa looking on. The 3-1 pitch. And it's up and away for ball 4. And the Mariners have the winning run on at first base. Lead off walk. DeItro served up by Fernando Rodney. Nobody wants to win more than that guy right there, Don Wakamatsu. And everybody else in that Mariner dugout. David Ardsma right there, a fine job getting out of that jam in the top of the ninth inning. Here's Figgins.
Everybody in the ballpark expecting him to drop a bunt right here.
Close the third is Fransden. And it's along the first base line. It's going to roll fair, foul. Picked up by Morales. 0-1 the count on Figgins.
Well, bunted foul up the first baseline. It looked like it was riding the line and trying to stay fair.
Picked up by Morales in foul territory. 0-1 the count on Figgins, trying to get Ichiro down to second base. Ichiro draws a throw from Rodney. Gets back to the bag. Last win for the Mariners was the last game of the last road trip in Kansas City. Figgy trying to sacrifice, and the pitch is outside. 1-1 on Sean. Mariners without any offense in the last couple of ball games, shut out twice by Tampa Bay 8-0 and by the Angels last night 8-0, but they have 3 tonight on 7 hits. Angels 3 runs on 10. And another move to first. Ichiro's back. Goes to third, Fransden, and the bunt is down on the first base side. Picked up by Rodney. Underhands over to Kendrick, covering first on the play. Nicely done by Sean Figgins. And the sacrifice will go 1-4. It sends Ichiro down to second base.
Well executed bunt. Figgins trying to make a perfect bunt the first time. Maybe get a hit out of it if he can get past it. Didn't work this time. Just a nice sacrifice bunt. Gets Ichiro up. Kochman coming to the plate. It's a base hit now.
Couple of shots to win it. Winning run out at second base with 1 out. Here is Casey Kochman. On deck is Franklin Gutierrez. All even at 3-3. Kochman with a swing and a ground ball. Slow roller to the second baseman Howie Kendrick. 2 outs in the inning. And on the play, Ichiro gets along to third, and that'll leave it up to Franklin Gutierrez with a chance to win it.
Well, we haven't seen a lot of Buddy, the new catcher that's come into the game, but we know that Rodney wants to throw his changeup and throw a lot. That ball's going to end up in the dirt a couple of times there, Rick, so we'll see if Buddy can block it. If not, maybe one goes to the backstop.
Base hit, wild pitch. Mariners will take it any way they can to try to snap the 7-game losing streak. Franklin Gutierrez is 1 for 3 tonight. Whoever he's faced tonight, he's made him work. He had a base hit to left field back in the 4th inning. The infield is back for the Angels with 2 outs, with Ichiro the winning run perched on at third. Rodney ready. Gutierrez takes a strike on 1. 30,446 tonight here at Safeco Field. A lot of them on their feet. Ichiro, lead at third base. Center fielder Torrey Hunter shaded toward left center field. Rodney ready. The 0-1, and that's low. Ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Two outs and runners in scoring position. Franklin Gutierrez batting .308. He's got Ichiro on at third base with 2 outs. Leadoff walk to Ichiro. The sacrifice bunt by Figgins. Kochman, the ground ball out to Kendrick at second base. Here's the 1-1 on the way, and it is ball 2, 2-1. Everybody up on the railing in that first base Mariner dugout. Gutierrez came into tonight's ball game hitting .321 to lead the ball club. Looking for his second. Inside, ball 3, 3-1.
A little bit surprised the amount of fastballs that Franklin Gutierrez has been able to get in this event. Granted, they are balls, but he's trying to go at him. He's missing. There you go, all fastballs.
Looking for another one right here. More noise from the crowd of 30,000 plus. Ichiro lead at third base. And the 3-1 to Gutierrez, and it's up and in for ball 4. So Franklin Gutierrez walks. Second walk given up by Fernando Rodney. The Mariners have runners at first and third. The winning run already 90 feet away. And now Jose Lopez with a chance to try to win it.
Those pitches that Rodney was missing with the Gutierrez were inside, Rick, and we know that Jose Lopez likes the ball close to him. If he get a fastball inside, he might be able to do something with it.
And let's see if that's how Rodney will go after Jose Lopez, who doubled back in the second inning down the right field line. Up and in, he goes high and tight, and Jose had to spin away from ball 1. And Mike Butcher's been wearing out a path tonight, especially over the last few innings. The pitching coach for the Angels going out to have a talk with Rodney, who's walked 2.
We've shown the numbers of the Angels and the problems that their bullpen has had this year. Rodney has been the one guy that has pitched well for them. His ERA over 2. But there's some big numbers out there. He's not one of those guys.
Stokes 6.14. Scott Shields 7.71 ERA. You're right, Rodney at 2.63. Ichiro waiting at third base. 2 on, 2 outs, 3-3 tie. Bottom of the 9th inning. And now time is called by Lopez, and he backs out of the batter's box. The 1-0 pitch. Gutierrez takes off for second. He'll walk in. And the pitch is inside on Jose for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. The only man that counts is the guy out of third, Ichiro. Lopez trying to send the fans home happy tonight. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, and there's that changeup.
I think Lopez, after seeing all those fastballs to Gutierrez, the first 2 pitches fastballs to him, he's geared up on a 2-0 heater. And Rodney pulls the string on him. Nice pitch by Rodney.
Jose Lopez 3 for 9 against Fernando. And that's inside for ball 3, 3-1. Rodney has thrown 18 pitches here in the bottom half of the 9th inning.
Just 6 strikes, 12 balls, Rick. He's really struggling. He's struggled with his fastball. His changeup has been the pitch he's been able to throw for strikes. His fastball he's missed badly with it.
Lopez in the driver's seat, looking to drive one. And it's inside for ball 4. And that was another changeup. So 3 walks, and the Mariners have the bases loaded with 2 outs for Mike Sweeney. It was Sweeney's double with 2 outs that tied the game in the bottom of the 6th inning, scoring Franklin Gutierrez. And now the veteran has a chance to win it here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Mike tightens up the batting gloves and steps in to face Rodney. And Mike, you'd be sure he just went to school on the last few at-bats by Gutierrez and Lopez. Ball one on Sweeney. So you want to be a closer. A Mariner at every base with 2 down, and the 1-0 pitch swung on, ground ball, foul down the third base line. Third base umpire Lance Barksdale right there to make the call, and the count is even on Sweeney. And 1 ball and 1 strike.
Mike ended up getting a fastball inside and turns on it. Hard to tell. Obviously landed on the side of the line, the outside of the line to be foul, but if it goes over the base, it's a fair ball.
Barksdale surveyed it, said it was foul. Ichiro, Gutierrez, Lopez aboard, fouled away on the third base side as it trickles inside the Angels dugout, and the count is now 1-2 on Sweeney. Time is called. The new catcher Ryan Buddy out the mound. Have a word with Rodney. His pitch count is up to 22 here in the bottom of the 9th inning, Mike.
Last couple of pitches to Sweeney. Inside again. Inside to the right-handed hitters. He's having a tough time to even get it over the other side of the plate.
A lot of room in the gap in left center field with Hunter shaded toward right center. Fouled away off the catcher Buddy.
And that was a good fastball. 98 miles an hour.
Still 1-2 on Sweeney.
Mike able to just get a piece of it. The best fastball Rodney has thrown at 98. Borderline up and in.
Ichiro waiting patiently at third base. Infield back, 2 down. And Sweeney calls time and steps out, levels off the dirt, tightens up the gloves one more time. Rodney with the sign from Buddy, and here we go. The 1-2. Ground ball fouled away behind third base coach Mike Brumley. And it's still 1-2 on Sweeney.
And it's another fastball inside.
Mariners looking for a walk-off hit here in the bottom of the 9th inning. All even at 3. 3 base runners on with walks. Here we go again, and again the 1-2 on the way to Sweeney, and it's way up high. Ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and another 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Rodney. Here we go. The 2-2 on the way. Check swing. Did he go? The pitch is inside. He did not. The appeal to Tom Hallion. And it's a full count on Mike Sweeney, 3-2. And something has to happen right here.
You have to be awfully strong to hold that bat back like that. A lot of guys wouldn't be able to do that. He was really going forward with his momentum and had to stop it.
Now 1 pitch out of the strike zone, and the Mariners can win it. We've gone all the way. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 3-2 on Sweeney. And here she comes. The 3-2 swung on, ground ball to the second baseman, Kendrick. His throw to first, and it's in time to get Mike Sweeney. And the Mariners will leave the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 9th. And we're going to go into extra innings one more time. We go to the 10th, tied 3-3. Wild game tonight here at Safeco Field as we go to the top of the 10th inning. The Mariners and the Angels are all tied at 3-3. Hi again, everybody. Rick Riz along with Mike Blowers, and Blow. The Mariners had a chance in the bottom of the 9th inning.
That was quite a battle by Sweeney right there. Rodney was all over the place inside, missing off the plate. Last pitch a little too close to take it, jammed Mike up a little bit, but they were really getting after it. And Rodney was throwing 98 miles an hour with a really good changeup, but boy, oh boy, 3 walks. He had an opportunity, Rick.
Bases loaded with the free passes. The Mariners were looking for that clutch base hit, so we're going to go into extra innings once again on this homestand. The Mariners trying to stamp that 7-game losing skid as we go to the top of the 10th inning. Mike, David Aardsma goes out there for his 2nd inning.
Well, and I think you have to win a ball game, you know, and Aardsma only threw 9 pitches the inning before, so I think he should just be fine. No issue with that.
Bobby Abreu to lead it off, and he takes a pitch outside for ball 1. David got out of trouble there in the top half of the 9th inning. As you mentioned, he didn't throw that many pitches, but Rivera had a base hit. Willits went out to pinch run. Eventually found his way out at third base, but was out between third and home on a ground ball to Lopez at third, and Aardsma was able to get out of that trouble. 2-0 the count on Bobby Abreu. Mariners could not get that clutch base hit in the bottom of the 9th inning. There's a strike, 2-1 on Abreu. Abreu tonight is 0 for 3. Is flat out twice, bounced out to Figgy at second base, and walked back in the 5th inning. Fouled away behind home plate. 2-2. Down to the bullpen, right-hander Scott Shields warming up for the Angels, and the left-hander is Brian Fuentes. Orlando Mercado is the bullpen coach, former Mariner catcher back in the early 80s. Baby Bull. Down and away, ball 3, full count 3-2. When Orlando Mercado came up, Mike, back in the early 80s, he was only about 18, 19 years old. Edwin Nunez, a big, stocky right-handed pitcher, was about the same age. They formed one of the youngest batteries in the history of the game of baseball. Ground ball inside the bag at third, fair down the left field line. Ryan Langerhans over to get it. Abreu to second. The throw by Langerhans not in time. Bobby Abreu, a leadoff double here in the top half of the 10th inning.
This is what makes him a career 300 hitter. He'll use the entire ballpark. Fastball probably either on the outside corner. Not a bad pitch. Just goes with it and slices it right inside the bag at third.
Everything was away, and Bobby Abreu reached out, drilled it down the left field line. So the go-ahead run on its second for the Angels. And here's Torrey Hunter. Up and outside, ball 1. Torrey is 1 for 4, had a 2-run single with the bases loaded back in the 5th inning. So Doug Fister was out there. Doug was able to come back and get Kendry Morales. There's a swing and a miss by Hunter. 1-1 the count. Another quality start for Doug Fister tonight. He went 7 innings. Mike gave up 3 runs and 8 hits, walked 1, struck out 2. He's been sensational this year. He threw 106 pitches. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Good split finger fastballs from Aardsma.
That was a beauty. Sean Kelly getting loose down in the bullpen. Ground ball to third. Tricky hop backhanded by Jose Lopez. Toss across, and it's in time to get Torrey Hunter. Jose got to it coming up on the short hop. 1 away. Say summer is just around the corner. Friday, May 21st, the Mariners open up interleague play with the San Diego Padres, and the first 20,000 fans can ring in the warmer weather the right way with their very own Mariners beach towel. For tickets to Mariners Beach Towel Night, visit mariners.com. 1 on, 1 out. And here is Kendry Morales, and they're going to take the bat away from Morales. There is ball one, so Morales will get the intentional walk from David Ardsman. Pitch to Hideki Matsui. So Don Wakamatsu says put him on. Morales had the home run back in the 4th inning for the first run of this game. The Angels midway through this game had a 3-0 lead, but the Mariners came back to tie. 2 runs in the 5th and 1 run in the 6th.
It was a good idea putting Morales on. Pick your poison sometimes, Rick. And Matsui has been struggling coming into the series. But you have to pick. You want to pitch to Morales and Matsui, or Matsui and Willits. I think you have to put Morales on.
You already have the go-ahead run out there at second base. Now you got a chance for a double play and get out of the inning with a ground ball. So here is Matsui, who is 1 for 4, single back in the 4th inning. Bobby Abreu on at second base. Morales on at first base with 1 out. Outside from Ardsman, ball 1. He went after it. 1-1 the count on Hideki Matsui. Just 4 hits in his last 33 at bats on this road trip for the Angels. 1-7 on the road trip to Detroit, Boston, and Seattle. Ball 2. 2-1. Early in the season, the American League West is wide open between Texas, Oakland, the Angels, and the Mariners. No one has bolted away. And then ball 3. 3-1 the count on Matsui. And that looked good.
It's a fastball, right? Almost in the middle of the plate.
3-1 on Hideki Matsui. Abreu on at second. Morales the runner at first base. 1 out. The outside corner. Full count. On deck Reggie Willits. Matsui, a good season last year with the Yankees, topped off with a World Series win. Ardsman look back at Abreu. Runners go, and a swing and a line drive, base hit left field. Abreu running third, heading home. He'll score. The Angels have the lead 4-3. Hideki Matsui the other way, single to left field, scoring Bobby Abreu, and both runners took off. So Morales down at second base, Matsui on at first base with a big RBI single for the Angels.
Well, they took off wanting to stay out of the double play, so they're on the move, and it's a fastball away from Matsui. Serves it in the left field. No chance for Langerhans to get Abreu at home.
And Don Wakamatsu out to the mound. And that is going to be it for David Ardsman. Sean Kelly will take over in relief here in the top half of the 10th inning. Angels lead it by a score of 4-3. We'll be back after this timeout. And right-hander Sean Kelly, Mike, takes over in relief from David Artsma.
And John's done a nice job this year. 8 1/3 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts for him. ERA just over 2.
Angels still have runners at first and second with 1 out. Bobby Abreu scoring on the base hit by Matsui. And the batter will be Reggie Willits. This is Willits' first at bat. He took over as a pinch runner for Juan Rivera in the top half of the 9th inning. Stayed out there to play left field. Oh, and 1. Sean didn't spend too much time down at Tacoma, Mike, just a few days.
And it was a good thing, really. I mean, you hate to see Mark Lowe end up having his back issues, which is why Kelly came back. But Sean had been throwing the ball well. Certainly wasn't the way he was going about his business that ended up sending him out to AAA, so it was nice to have him back.
He was the guy with some options. 0-2 the count on Reggie Willits. 1 out, 2 on, 1 run in. Fastball just a bit inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Young man out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. The 1-2. Breaking ball down and away. Ball 2. 2-2 on Willits. Morales on at second. Matsui on at first base. And Willits pops one up left side of home plate off of the mass. Rob Johnson. He's underneath it, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So 2 on and 2 away, a 4-3 Angel lead here in the 10th. Say fans don't miss out on the new FSN fan alerts. Just text FSN to 95323 to get updates on when you can watch your favorite teams, stay informed on the biggest events in the Northwest sports, and receive exclusive offers and giveaway. Text FSN to 95323 and sign up today. Here is second baseman Howie Kendrick. Ball 1. And time is called. Bob Johnson goes out to have a talk with Kelly, Mike, and I don't know if he was crossed up.
Yeah, I don't know if he was crossed up. I wouldn't think so. They just pitched to Willits, and there weren't any issues with that. They just want to be clear on what they want to do with Kendrick.
Kendrick is 0 for 3, had a sacrifice bunt back in the 9th inning. Check swing, strike, and it's 1-1. He gets a second baseman. Let's make the count 0-2. 0-2 on Kendrick.
Sean can put him away, finish him off here. Yeah, Fuentes coming in for the Angels. We know he can make it interesting, so this isn't over yet.
Fly ball into right field, and Ichiro is right there, and he makes the catch for out number 3. But the Angels get a run here in the top half of the 10th. Mariners need 1 to tie, 2 to win it. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Angels lead 4-3. Well, here we go to the bottom half of the 10th inning. Mariners need a run to tie, and 2 would win it. And the Angels will bring in veteran left-hander Brian Fuentes.
Look at the numbers for Fuentes. Really hasn't pitched much. Only 5 2/3 innings, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks for him, a couple of home runs. As I was saying, Rick, we saw enough of Fuentes last year. He can make it interesting.
Yes, he can, and Ryan Langerhans will lead things off. Brandon Wood, the new third baseman. Ryan shows bunt, and he takes a breaking ball that's low and outside for ball 1. So Brandon Wood over at third for Framsden. That's down and away for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Ryan has walked 3 times in this game. The Mariners had 3 walks and could not score in the bottom half of the 9th inning. They've left 9 runners stranded over the last 4 innings. Strike called, and it's 2-1 on Langerhans. Here's the 2-1. Ground ball. Second baseman Howie Kendrick scoops it up and gets Langerhans over at first. So 1 out for the Mariners here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Brings up shortstop Josh Wilson. Wilson had that cue shot, soft little looper that bounced in front of second baseman Howie Kendrick. They had a lot of English on it, and it bounced to his right as Kendrick went to his left. Ended up with a base hit out of it in the 8th inning. Josh 1 for 3. Takes ball 1. It has been some kind of mighty struggle for the Mariners to score some runs the last few weeks. Angels have 4 runs on 12 hits in this game. Mariners 3 runs on 7.
Mariners have had a lot of base runners tonight, Rick. I know it's just 7 hits, but they got a lot of walks. Hit batter.
Twelve left on through 9 innings.
Picked up 9 base on balls in the game.
That's out of play on the first base side, and it's 1-2 on Wilson. Joe Saunders, the starter, went 5 2/3, and he walked 5. Kevin Jepson walked the batter, and Fernando Rodney walked the bases loaded, but the Mariners couldn't punch that run across to try to win it in the bottom of the 9th inning. Angels get a run at the top of the 10th on the RBI single by Hideki Matsui. And a swing and a miss at that slow breaking ball for strike 3. So the Mariners are down to their final out here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Trying to keep their hopes alive is catcher Rob Johnson. Mariners have done some damage with 2 outs in this ball game. They were down 3-0. They got those 3 runs with 2 outs, 2 in the 5th and 1 in the 6th to tie it. The Angels now lead 4-3. Rob Johnson trying to get aboard any way he can with 2 down. Way outside for ball 1. Robbie 1 for 4. He had a leadoff single in the bottom of the 7th inning to center field. Fastball 1-1. Ichiro due up next. Fouled away, and it's 1-2 on Johnson. Now the Mariners are down to their final strike. Fuentes looks in, has a sign from Buddy, his catcher, and the 1-2 on the way to Rob Johnson. Breaking ball, checks his swing, and he did not go. The appeal down to Tom Hallion, the umpire at first. 2-2 on Johnson. What's Robbie looking for right here?
Well, he has a really good changeup. Fastball's going to be about 91. You have to look for something away and try to stay back. Maybe fight the fastball off.
Hopped up and out of play on the first base side, and the count stays at 2-2. That was a fastball from Fuentes at 91. Still 2-2 on Johnson. But he sets up inside. And a swing and a miss and a fastball for strike 3. And in 10 innings tonight, the Angels take game 2 of the series. A final score of 4-3. And the Angels hand the Mariners their 8th consecutive loss. The Mariners had opportunities late in this game, and they could not cash in.
Well, and that's been the difference for him. Doug Fister goes out 7 innings, only gives up the 3 runs. But the Mariners, I had the Mariners tonight 2 for 12 with men in scoring position, Rick. They had their chances. They just could not come up with the big hit. The 3 runs that they did score, they were able to pick those up with 2 outs. But in the end, they just push it over the top and get that win. They just couldn't come up with that hit.
So a tough 1-run loss for the Mariners tonight. The Angels win at 4-3 in extra innings. The game-winning hit turns out to be Hideki Matsui's single that scored Bobby Abreu in the top half of the 10th. Final score in 10. The